Hi everyone, All India round 1 and state round 1 results are out. Congratulations to all of you who have taken a seat. For the rest too, there are multiple rounds to come in and hopefully there will be better seats available over the next few rounds too. This is a quick initial session before we get into the allotment mapping demo. If you are purely looking at the allotment mapping demo, possibly we will start this. We are conducting it like a detailed session, so we will start this around half an hour later after we take you through the basics of how to look at data. So basically there are a lot of queries on how to use the tool, one, and what are the decisions that I need to, what are the data points that I need to look at when I am looking at further rounds. So some will exist in the form of rules, penalties, how do I manage my counseling, travel, etc., which are outside the system, outside the purview of data. Second, there will be a set of information which is available with you in terms of All India round 1. Allotment is a PDF. Similarly, multiple PDFs that are available or data in ZyNerd which is available. So here we will take you through how to approach that entire part of one, the rules part, and second, the data part. Why do we need to approach it? We will also take you through that. One, in terms of the curiosity factor, obviously we would like to know what would happen later and what seats I would get. Second, in terms of the actual reason why you need to do it, which is decisions. The only thing that you are going to do that will impact your further allotments is one, decisions in terms of choices that you are going to fill, and decisions in terms of what counselings you are going to go ahead with and fill in your choices, and that financial seat allotment decision that will impact financial cost related implications as well as majorly your seat decisions, what seat you are going to get at the end of the counselling. So basically your decisions are towards one, in terms of choices that you are going to fill. That is the only thing that you can do, and if you do it right, you might be able to get a better seat. Second, in terms of understanding the rules on how to manage the entire counselling. Both depend upon the rules as well as the data. The decisions on these depend upon the rules as well as the data. We will take you through that. Here we will actually take you through closing ranks too again when we start the demo, half an hour later or possibly around that time, and then allotment mapping and rank scan. The video will also be available for ZyNerd subscribers exclusively after this session. There we will also, going forward, beyond this video, this is more of a demo on what we do. Beyond this video, we just in the stage of round 1, right? Beyond this, the major decision making time would be All India round 2. We are in All India round 1 versus state round 1 versus All India round 2, where there is not much of a decision to make. But after All India round 2 results, major decisions need to be made. At that point in time, allotment mapping in ZyNerd will be helpful for you. Now currently, you can get ready with the information. Decisions basically are to be made versus what will I get. Now what will I get? These are predictions towards it. Now if you are looking at data, you would look at last year what happened, why positive or negative shifts, what will happen in further rounds, will I get a seat in further rounds. These are all very critical in terms of getting you to the next rounds, to have that confidence to get you to the next rounds. But all these, if you look at data, analyze everything, all these will culminate to what choices you make. Basically, so you can look at, you have a lot of queries or will I get it in round 3, etc. Those will satisfy your curiosity, but you spend a lot of time, 70-75% time on what I will get, and miss out on what choices you are going to fill and looking at the rules. This time is not going to impact anything. This is the time that's time spent on decisions is going to impact the later rounds, correct? So here I am filling choices for round 2 of All India counselling. The next stage, all the state round 1s you would have filled choices. 90% of states are complete except for 1 or 2. Now the next step is filling for All India round 2. If I am attending only All India counselling, if I am attending only state counselling, my options are very straightforward. I just need to know the rules of the particular counselling and go ahead and fill choices that I wish to join. Pretty straightforward. Only deciding on which choices I wish to join is a consideration. Here there might be something beyond it. Basically, I might restrict my choices in a particular counselling so that I go on to the next round, because that counselling does not have a free exit or does not allow me to participate in the next round. So if I am attending multiple counsellings like All India and my state counselling, or I am attending 3-4 state counsellings, I am not looking at All India, I am looking at private seats only, deemed as higher cost for me, I am looking at state 1 versus state 2 or 3 states. Now in this scenarios, What I do in round 2 is very critical because that impacts my eligibility for the further rounds for all the states or for all India. So that becomes very critical. I might be required to not fill in all the choices, also restrict my choices in certain cases, correct? So that is very important, and for that effort needs to go more than will I get this, correct? So what would be the strategy for these, and does this have anything to do with closing ranks of previous rounds? This seat closed at this particular rank, will this impact my choices? Maybe, may not be, but that you decide based on the data. What data or information will help me in decision? So right now I am in a stage where I have got a state round 1 or an all India round 1 seat. At the end of round 1, you would hold any one of these seats or no seats, correct? These are the 3 states you can be in. Now, which data or information should I look for now to take decisions for the future? And same with every round further. When I complete my all India round 2, what would be the data that I am going to look for? That clarity needs to be there. So just like that, looking at all sets of data may result in some the time that possibly the crucial time being left out, especially after all India round 2, when everything happens quick. State round 2s will also be done, and you have to look at rules. Right now, if you plan for it, it will be better. We will look into allotment mapping. If you just joined us a little late, we will look into allotment mapping demo half an hour later. We will be just looking at these so that when we look at allotment mapping demo, these parts are very clear and we can correlate to the factors. One factor, closing rank of previous rounds. Should I expand my choices? Should I expand my choices? Right from the beginning, we have been telling everyone that if you are willing to join a seat in this year, 2024, I am going to join a seat. Please fill the choice right from round 1. Don't miss out choices assuming that last year this closed here. Closing ranks are for reference of evaluation, but please fill out all the choices that you wish to join. Around 6-7 of your videos we would have mentioned that. But let us say you missed out and now you feel that, okay, I could have included an anesthesiologist choice. I stopped with pediatrics assuming that this is how it will happen. This time there has been a slight negative shift. It may be compensated in later rounds, but there has been a negative shift. Should I include anesthesiology in the next round? So closing ranks of previous rounds make a difference in terms of recalibrating, relooking at what you have done and whether it is right or not. And in case there is a negative shift or a positive shift, should I still go ahead and add on a lot of choices which is better, which I missed, which too we have mentioned. Don't miss out a better choice too. State round 1 rules and all India round 2 rules, state round 2 rules, and so on. So from the time of state round 1, there are counselings that you may be exiting out of because you made a wrong decision. Like for example, let us say I make a wrong decision of putting in a choice in Kerala round 1. When we ran the Kerala video, we mentioned that Kerala round 1 is not free exit, or if you don't join a Kerala round 1 allotted seat or join and resign, then you don't have Kerala round 2. You are not eligible for Kerala round 2. So right from state round 1, if the state does not have a free exit rule, Kerala or Jammu and Kashmir, or let us say certain West Bengal on resignation, not on non-joining, but after joining and resigning, you will not be able to go to the next round. Uttar Pradesh has an impact in trail eligibility. So these impacts start from round 1 for states. For many of the states, it's free exit, but for some of the states, there are complicated rules over here. So that part we will need to start understanding. What will happen on my decisions on an allotted state round 1 seat. If you are not allotted in a state, no problem at all. Obviously, you will be eligible for the round 2. No issues on that. That too we will come to. All India round 2 rules. All India round 2 rules meaning who is eligible for All India round 2? Everyone is eligible for All India round 2. We have been clarifying it multiple times. Whatever be your state status, you will be eligible for All India round 2. You will get an allotment, except for those who said, I went into All India round 1, joined the seat and said I did not want to upgrade. So except for this set who themselves decided not to upgrade, rest of them are eligible. But beyond All India round 2, what are my rules? If I retain an All India round 1 seat, if I get a better All India round 2 seat, can I move on to state round 2? What are the timelines? Some of these may not be available now, but listing down all those factors. 1, what is the rule of resignation? 2, what are the timelines? We have run through, we have taken everyone through all the rules in the ZyNerd exclusive videos. So in case you are going through that, the state round 2 rules and all India round 2 states rules. State round 2 with respect to eligibility. Can an all India round 2 join candidate then go ahead and join a state round 2 allotted seat. Will the timelines work for that? So those rules and so on make a difference. So basically this also is very, very critical. So at least in a sheet of paper, after looking at the videos, list down every state. This is my state name, Karnataka, round 2 Karnataka. If I want to participate, my documents have to be with KE. I have to submit my documents, no other go. Now this given, I have another sheet which says All India round 2 joint candidates. Can they participate in Karnataka? As of now, not clear. Karnataka will put up the second round notification. Same for, let us say, Tamil Nadu. All India round 2 joint candidates. Can they participate in TN or Maharashtra? Joint candidates. This is my All India sheet. I have my TN sheet which says yes, they can participate if you join. But only consideration is the results should be published before the resignation deadline. So All India round 2 I can join, wait for the resignation deadline. If the results are published, then I can go there. So for each state, if you are able to put down all the factors in a sheet of paper, then that will be good. This also depends upon whether you hold a seat or not. Now here, exit rules are very important. Can I participate in further rounds if I don't take a state round 2 joint seat? Will I be able to participate in state round 3? Those rules. Upgradation possibility for state round 2 to state round 3. I join a state round 2 seat. Can I move on to state round 3 seat as a better seat? Will I be able to move on? That is the next query. So now this is also an important query because Karnataka does not allow if you have a clinical seats. Karnataka does not allow if you are allotted a clinical seat. Some states allow but with security deposit forfeiture. Some states like Rajasthan have a strange rule saying security deposit will be forfeited. So those are very, very critical in terms of understanding upgradation possibility, etc. Original document submission is required. Before I attend the state round 2, does the state require me to provide original documents? Some states like let us say RIMS Impal has an offline counseling. Now most of the states have moved on to online counseling. Some states let us say has an offline counseling. NIGRIMS ask me to come there or in a hybrid mode. Will I need my original documents? In that case, All India round 2 if I have joined, will I have my original documents with me? I will not have in case it is an MDMS seat. If it is a DNB seat, can I resign? All those questions need to be addressed. Security deposit forfeiture if I don't join an allotted seat, and seat leaving penalty. When does the seat leaving penalty usually come in? In most of the cases, the seat leaving penalty, or what is the seat leaving penalty? This seat is going to lapse and nobody is going to join the seat for the next 3 years. Usually this is what is course discontinuation or seat leaving penalty. Therefore, I put there is a seat leaving penalty which is levied, which is to the tune of 3 lakhs, 10 lakhs or even up to 50 lakhs. Or 3 years course fee. Let us say deemed 50 lakh fee, 1.5 crores. When does this become applicable? Usually after round 3s only, or when round 3 start, the timeline when round 3 start. For your state, it might be difficult. We have different. We have already shared that for all the states where we have put up rules. So this seat leaving penalty starts at this stage. For a round 2 non-joining, seat leaving penalty is usually not applicable in any state. Seat leaving penalty to the tune of 50 lakhs, 30 lakhs is not applicable. Maybe 1.5 lakhs, that will be the penalty. That is the security deposit that you paid. But this penalty of 50 lakhs, when is it applicable? That needs to be clear as well, so that you don't mismanage that part. Don't, for any proper upgradation, All India round 2 institute to All India round 3 is allowed as per MCC. For a proper upgradation, no seat leaving penalty in any state. This seat leaving penalty, bond, where you submit a bond or your whatever 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, that will not be applicable for any proper upgradation. A state allows state R2 to state R3. Maximum they can see is again provide a security deposit, which is possibly 2 lakhs or so. But there will be no seat leaving penalty of 10 lakhs applicable just because you upgrade properly from state round 2 to state round 3. So those understandings need to be there so that you are comfortable and confident about moving on to the next round. Timelines of allotments. When will my round 2 results come? Already Maharashtra has shared the entire till round 3 schedule, which is very good. They might modify it a bit, but at least there is some information available for us. West Bengal has done it very good. There is some information for us on what might be the expected timeline. Basis that we know that for Maharashtra, state round 2, if I join, my resignation deadline is 3rd of Jan, I guess. You can check the dates. But All India round 3 results are going to be 4th of Jan. Now there is a confusion here, but at least I am clear that there is a confusion and I have to do something about it with the authority, or I have to manage it accordingly. Whether there is a problem, but at least we know that there is a problem exists, I know that, and then I can take a decision. When there is no information, without any information, I will take a blind decision, and that may not work out, and that is a risk. Here at least we know there is a problem, so we know that we will be looking at the change in the state round 2 resignation deadlines and then move on. So deadlines and timelines, wherever it has been put up on round 2, All India round 2 resignation deadline. Right now, round 1 we had a big relief. They had provided the deadlines on the day of 28th actually. Round 2 resignation timeline, when will it come up? Will I get my documents back in the right time for joining state round 2? That you need to keep following up and at least look at the deadlines. And eligibility for stray. Uttar Pradesh round 1 you are allotted, you are not eligible for stray. So whether you join or not, you might be eligible for round 2 and round 3. But not eligible for stray. And Andhra Pradesh, once you are allotted in round 1, you are not eligible for stray. You are not eligible. But for All India, if you are allotted in round 1, you take a free exit, still stray's eligibility is not impacted. You will still be able to go to stray, and that is only based on All India round 3 allotment and state round 3 joining, not based on All India round 1 free exit. That doesn't have anything to do with All India eligibility. So such scenarios you will have to look at. Now this is one part, and possibly not a major part, because this is crackable. You just sit down, write down the rules. Some confusion will exist in this, but you will be able to get the rules. But as you move forward in each round, at least some notification will come up. Then there is the data part. This is what we will be covering in today's session in detail on looking at allotment mapping. We will take a few queries from you on allotment mapping as well, on how to look at data, because the data that we have put up is whatever we have. We have tried to map every allotment with every allotment. We don't know what all possibilities exist. Multiple scenarios may come up. We will take you through some of those that we are aware of. But every year candidates come up with different types of analysis to tell us that this was possible through this data. So it is at that level. We will try our level best to give as much as possible, but beyond that too, you can possibly look at different scenarios. Negative shift versus positive shift. We will explain this first to start with. So what is a negative shift? What is a positive shift? Obviously you will know what is a negative shift, positive shift. This is for this set of candidates who possibly are still confused on what to consider as a negative shift and what to consider as a positive shift. This is a quick analysis of what is a negative shift and what is a positive shift. So now if you look at here, we are taking Maharashtra State GS General Surgery 2023 and then 2024. Whenever we are looking at a shift, we can look at it two ways. One, I am looking at 2023 data and comparing it with 2024 data. So I am taking 2023 and then comparing it with 2024. The right reference possibly is 2023 round 1 versus 2024 round 1, right? Because after round 1 there might have been, what happens after 2023 round 1? We are taking Maharashtra State GS General Surgery state seat, correct? State round 1 we are comparing. Now when we are taking state round 1, after this 2023 state round 1, there would have been a lot of candidates who have moved to All India round 2. Then state round 2 would have been better, right? Because vacancies are created, people moving on to All India round 2, then state round 2 is better. So if I am going to compare state round 2 versus 2024 round 2, that might not be the right reference. What I will start with at least is 2023 round 1 versus 2024 round 1. Now I take open seats. This is also category wise and quota wise. We need to understand that this is category quota wise. The reason why ZyNerd has these four, category, quota, institute and course, is this forms a seat in any state. That is why we have this. This is a unique, in the closing ranks you will see this combination only in one record, and that is a unique record because it is one seat, and one seat in the sense one choice, and that the number of seats may vary within that choice. So in State GS Mumbai, in general surgery under government quota open, in the state counselling, you had 3 seats in 2023 round 1 in general category, and again 3 seats in 2024 round 1. Now where did this close? This we have taken the state rank. This closed at state rank 128 in 2023 round 1. So 128 was the last rank candidate to take up this particular seat. Now here it closed at 178 in 2024 round 1. So the person who was 178 possibly was thinking earlier that 128 it would have closed last year. Maybe I may not get it, or there might be only a minor possibility. Now what has happened is this person has got his choice of GS general surgery in Maharashtra government quota under the open category, and this candidate possibly is happy now, right? It was supposed to close at 128 based on last year. Now it has gone up by another 50 ranks. That is an advantage for this person, and that means a positive shift. A positive shift is a seat going to still lower ranks. Lower ranks means numerically higher. 128 it closed, now 178 it has gone on to. So that is a positive shift. Now the same thing can be looked at in a slightly different perspective too. You can also take the 2023 round 3. Round 3, why are we taking? Because round 3 is the last upgradable round. Beyond that, it is a lucky round, or basically that is a round which carries a lot of risk. So all the allotments, we will be looking at the last upgradable round for the state. In Maharashtra, the last upgradable round was round 3. So here it closed at 156. Even beyond that, it has gone now to 2024 round 1. So that is one way to look at the shift, but we usually do a round 1 versus round 1 comparison. That is a right reference point. Now, when we are looking at the next question, now it has closed at 178, 3 seats are there under the open category. Will there be a shift? There is a common question saying, will there be a shift? Will it happen? Now when we are saying shift, what does that mean? I know that already this is closed at 178. The shift could mean 2024 round 1 to state round 1 to 2024 state round 2, will there be a movement? This we will look at allotment mapping on how to look at that. What is a movement? Movement is, I am looking at GS general surgery. 178 is not concerned about it. I am a lower ranker at 190 rank, let us say. I am looking for GS general surgery seat to reach me in further rounds. Will there be a shift is what I am looking at. That is one part. Second part is, let us say this shift happens, will it be similar to what happened last year? There was a 28 rank shift, 128 to 156 it moved on. Will it move on to the another 28 ranks? 28 ranks, it is not the right reference at all. It is one candidate possibly who left this seat, and the next candidate who was interested was 28 ranks ahead. It might have been 129 who was interested and the person would have got the seat, but it was 28. It may not replicate exactly the same way. But what are the chances of at least one person leaving the seat like last year? Last year, one person left, therefore in round 2, 156 got it. This one person might have got a better seat in All India round 2. So that is the next part. Whether I am looking at a shift between 2024 round 1 to 2024 round 2. That is a part. Now when we are looking at shifts, some candidates might ask a different reference to. This is a third factor that you can look at. Some candidates might have a different reference to. So here I am looking at, let us say, EWS seats. It is a very, very difficult thing to predict. First, because it is a one seat choice. Whenever there is a one seat choice, predictions are very difficult. Whenever there is a 20 seat choice, predictions are a little easier on what might happen later. Whenever it is a one seat choice, obviously predictions are very difficult, because now you can see that 277 was the closing rank in 2024 round 1, 2023 round 1, 277, one seat of EWS was there. Now 2024, nobody till 323 was interested in that seat. After 156, after 178 got closed, nobody till 323 who was an EWS candidate was interested in GS first or got better seats. So 2024 round 1 it closed at 323. Now this is all what you know. Now the query is, am I expecting a shift? If I am expecting a shift, it purely depends upon whether 323 wants GS general surgery or not. This is a very, very not predictable thing. It is very difficult, because unless you connect with 323, you don't know whether he or she is actually opting for a better seat. If the candidate doesn't opt, none of the data points are relevant. There is absolutely no relevance. For single seat choices, that might be a limitation when you are looking at data. But what you might possibly be, your question is, here it is 323. Last time there was a 200 rank shift, 277 to 488. Let us say this is a 10 seat choice. Then maybe will that 200 rank shift happen? 323 to 523 happen. That is the second query. Basically looking at 2023 round 2, what will be 2024 round 2? Not between 2023 round 1 and round 2. So that comparing this shift, will there be another shift or a positive shift over here? That is the second part that we look at. So basically you look at shift in two ways: state round 2 of 2023 versus state round 2 of 2024, or this year's shift. From here, will I get a better seat? I know that it is 178. Will it move on to my rank, which is 190 in round 2? Primary concern should be this. But you can use this data in certain cases where there are more than 10 seats. We will show that during the closing ranks. We will take up a Kasturba general surgery example, which is a good example that we use every year to show whether there might be a possibility of shift or how to actually correlate that. This can be predicted, but still can't be predicted, but some data might be carried over later. It also has a category reference. For example, this open seat candidates, this is a direct reference. For EWS or OBC candidates, not only this, but any shift in open seats to a higher ranker, to a lower ranker, to another ranker, might create an opportunity for this EWS candidate to move on to the open seat. So that also might be a possibility. And also based on one or two candidates' preference. Anywhere, even here, this 3 candidates never move, nothing happens. So that we will not be able to do. So the right thing to do is, I have not got Sage GS general surgery, I am ranked 190. Similarly, I have not got 5 of my other choices above. Among all those, what might be the possibility is what you need to move on to, right? All my choices above my rank, take all those choices. Sage GS 3 people may still stay. But above that, there is another institute which closed. That 3 will also stay. Another choice. Those 3 will also stay. All of them happening without giving you a chance, very, very less chance, right? Among the 20 seats that closed above you, at least some might flow through, correct? So you take 5-6 choices, 20-30 candidates, then look at allotment mapping, you will have a reference. We will come to that. So next we will take a query on why would decisions need to be made. Now, where are decisions going to be made? That is also very critical. A Tamil Nadu candidate, possibly we will take an example of a Tamil Nadu candidate who expected similar to 2023 in state round 1. 2023, TN closed at a particular rank. Let us say it closed at 1100. Surgery seats, BC open closed at 1100. Now, 2024, this closed at 875 or something, let us say. This is a what shift? The candidate was expecting a rank at a seat at 1100, let us say 1070 or 1075, 1100. But now it has, this is an example, now this has closed at 875, which means there is a negative shift. A 220, 250 rank negative shift has happened. 200 rank negative shift has happened, possibly 200 rank negative shift has happened. Which means the seat has not come up to my rank when I thought that that seat will be available. There has been a negative shift. But this candidate, possibly 1100, was earlier expecting a far higher rank based on their All India rank. The candidate was expecting 1300, 1400, but ended up getting 1100, which is a part that has got missed out. And there are more service candidates now in front of this rank compared to last year, where they were, there are lesser service candidates and more non-service candidates over here, and lesser other candidates, lesser service candidates, which means there is higher competition at 1100 this year compared to last year. So that is a factor. Now, why do I need to get this factor done? See here, when I look at it, I am looking at, okay, so when I look at it, I am looking at All India ranks too here. Just hold on. So wait. Okay, so sorry, there's a slight change that we need to make. So here Stanley Medical College General Surgery has moved up to what ranks? To higher ranks, 758 to a lower closing rank in 2024 round 1. So this is a problem, right? Stanley Medical College General Surgery, moving on. Now here you see that last year it closed at 5,540 in round 1. 2024 round 1 is this. It closed at 244. So as again somebody was expecting general surgery at 540, it has closed at 244. Similarly, somebody was expecting Keelpark general surgery at 816, this closed at 598. These are state ranks. I also go back and look at all India ranks. When I am looking at all India ranks, what happens? When I am this particular seats might have gone at a slightly higher all India rank. But what we saw was, this was 598 state rank and this was 816 all India rank, 816 state rank last year. So because there is a difference in the all India rank versus state rank, we assume that possibly that is a huge negative shift, but this might get compensated in the further rounds. So leaving a seat in state round 1 or thinking that state round 2 might not give me good options because there is a negative shift may not happen, because all India anyways there will be shifts. Also, we did a analysis. This is very critical. We will also show you in allotment mapping. 660 candidates have both all India round 1 seats allotted and state round 1 Tamil Nadu seats allotted. 660 candidates. This was in 2023. 2024, there are, this was in 2024. 660 candidates. 2023, this was 580. So which means another 80 odd candidates. Last year only 580 held both AR1 and state R1 seats. Another 80 candidates additional have come in to hold state round 1 seats. It is a negative for state round 1. But all these 80 will anyways take a seat in all India round 2 also. They will try their best in all India round 2 and that will create another shift, in addition to whatever shifts already happened. So this, any candidate will hold only 1 seat. All these 80 should be bucketed somewhere in all India or state round 1. Only thing is, there is a current short period of time where this 80 are holding, additional 80 are holding 2 seats. But in any case, all the 660 might have an option of all India, because they are holding all India round 1 seats. Everybody might move. So it is not necessary that this huge shift, negative shift as it is portrayed, will also replicate in round 2. Round 2 may not necessarily be like last year, but there might be a movement to round 2. That we need to understand. That is where decisions come in. If you are able to understand these numbers from allotment mapping, you will not panic and will not decide against state round 2 or take any wrong decision saying that there is a negative shift, therefore I will leave all the counselling and go into all India round 2. Such decisions should not be taken. And ideal analysis, we look at the ideal analysis, post this we will move on to allotment mapping. Look at your choice level. There is no point in looking at what has happened to all the other seats primarily. Looking at where a radio closed at this rank, medicine closed at this rank, at the top level these are the ranks. We haven't published any of the course wise closing ranks. We can publish, it may be a 10-minute job, but we haven't published any of the closing ranks. Radio closed at 2200 last year, let us say radio or X course closed at 2200 last year. This year it has closed at 1900. My choices, I am at 4000 rank, has nothing to do with this, except that the movements of radio seats, individual radio seats will impact you. But otherwise, your 4000 rank, your choices which just closed 500, from 3500 onwards, what were the choices that closed and whether they will be able to, I will be able to get those choices is what you need to decide now. And who is holding these, within this 500 ranks, 3500 to 4000, who are holding these seats, whether they have got other state allotments, that is what matters to you, which means your choices. You have put in 50 choices which are in this rank range. Those choices, what is happening to those choices? That is what is critical. So at your choice level, you decide on what needs to be done. Movement actually happens because of 2 reasons. How will you get your all India round 2 movement? We know that, but again explaining so that we don't go and look at closing ranks of branch wise and then do an analysis. There has been a lot of questions saying give me a seat matrix, seat increase analysis. We can put up a video, will get us views. Seat increase analysis across India of this number to this number seats have analyzed. No use. Movements actually happen because above you, you were going to fill a choice, some candidate filled a choice and not interested in ending up the same seat. How will you come to know? If this is a vacancy in the next round, you will come to know, or you call up the candidate, you will come to know, or if the state releases an admitted list, you will come to know. All India does not release. So we will have to wait for All India vacancies. Basically, somebody who was allotted and did not join, or joined and resigned. Who was joined and resigned? Candidate moving on to better opportunities in further rounds. From All India round 1 to state round 1 in other counselings. This is where allotment mapping comes in. It might not tell you whether that candidate has actually moved, but it might give you information on this candidate has gone into this counselling and put in this choice and has been allotted this choice. Now, if the candidate has put in this choice and has been allotted, I can try to figure out what his or her primary interest is. General surgery is what he is putting in multiple counselings. I will be able to figure that out. Second, I will also be able to figure that out from what? I'll also be able to figure that this person might have got a better seat in state, so that choice that I have, which this person took above me, might be vacant for the next rounds. In All India round 2 may not be a big decision to make, but All India round 3, state round 2, All India round 3 or state round 3, this is a big decision to make, knowing that my higher choice taking candidate is moving on to this state or has filled in choices and might move on to that state. That is what allotment mapping helps in, and that is a comprehensive tool to get that done. Use data for decisions. Consider upgradation of rounds. Karnataka does not have round 2 to round 3 upgradation. So 2023 round 3 data might not be relevant. I know that I will look at only round 2 till Karnataka unless I want to take a risk. I will not take a risk saying that I will go for Karnataka All India stray round, because All India stray round there is one general surgery seat that was allotted last year. So definitely I will also get that. You guys are saying that I won't get it. That is a risk. Look at round 3, take the best decision, but if you want to take a risk, knowing the risk that if not for that particular seat, you are going for the next year, then that is fine. Otherwise, take a strong decision based on the upgradable rounds. Primary data is in this counselling. I am interested in All India round 1 counselling. In this particular counselling, All India round 1 counselling, I am rank 4000. My only concern is all candidates above me. 3999. The lower rank candidates don't concern me at all. The closing ranks of any choice below my seat, unless I am interested in it again, very rare case. But all this 3999 are my concern. What are they doing? Have they got alternate options? Will they leave a seat? What are their interests? This is my primary concern. That is what allotment mapping will try to give you as much as possible, to the extent that is available online. Not everything under the sun, but whatever is available, we try to get that for any candidate above your rank, and primarily within this 3999. I am not interested in radio. I don't care about all the radio takers, but it might impact me, because if there are lower, you are interested in medicine, a medicine candidate moves to radio, then that impacts you. But my primary concern is, if I am interested in medicine, what are all the medicine choice takers in All India round 1? What have they done till All India round 2 starts, or after All India round 2, after All India state round 2, etc. What are they doing? For candidates above my rank who hold my preferred seats, primarily that is what your concern is, even though the other things may affect, what are their alternate options? And for my preferred choices primarily is what we need to look at. This is what we will do in allotment mapping. So primarily what we are saying is, look at the rules. Like we mentioned, please look at the rules over here. Like what are the factors? These all noted down for each one page for each counselling that you are participating in, all that is required to keep referring to, and it is available in the rules. We don't know what rules you are going to look at, but whatever you want, list it down in one page for a particular counselling, and have an analysis of what other candidates above your rank are allotted. Now all of this we did not pick it out from any private information. We are pulling out all the data from the allotment PDFs and giving it to you. So what you ideally will do is, for this, if you are rank 4000 and you want to look at 3500 to 4000, I have 50 choices which closed within this rank range. Now for this 50 choices, one of those choices is MD Pediatrics in X Institute, and this was taken by 3672. Now I want to know what 3672 is doing. I will go to the state PDF of round 1. I will look at Maharashtra and search for this particular candidate. 3672 has been allotted. He or she might not even be a Maharashtra candidate. I will have to look at 29 PDFs of all the state councillings, and I will have to figure out 3672 has taken in Tamil Nadu, they have taken a seat, and the candidate was also eligible for Karnataka. In these two state councillings, 3672 has taken a seat. Where is it available? In PDFs it is available. You have to go through all the PDFs, map the all India ranks. This is possible. The same thing what the allotments are, we have put it into allotment mapping, and if you enter 3672, you get the data. That is what we have done. And against all these choices in a filterable format, what would take 3-4 days, 5 days, you will be able to get it in 4-5 seconds for every cut that you want. That we will take you through now. So that will be very, very critical. How you need to view allotment mapping is, one, look at a primary counselling. Now what will be the primary counselling usually now is my All India Round 2. And allotment mapping is actually beneficial not only if you are attending one counselling, but if you are attending a state counselling and you want candidates above you, it will be beneficial if you think that it will be beneficial for you if candidates move on to All India. Even then you can look at allotment mapping and see whether they are going to move to All India. Your choices won't depend on that, but still you will know the movements. Now primary counselling usually at this stage possibly is All India Round 2 is what we are looking at, right? So my primary counselling is All India Round 1 and what happened to all those candidates above me in All India Round 1. I want to know out of those candidates who are participating in All India Round 1, what happened to their allotments in all the other states, and whether they have taken seats, not taken seats, they might continue. This I have to estimate. For estimating, data is provided under allotment mapping. Allotment mapping does not give you any decision. You will have to take the decisions, but you can estimate instead of going through 4 days. Currently it might not look like a long period of time. All India Round 2, it is very, very critical because you will have to immediately take a decision. You will have 2-3 days to take a decision, etc. At that stage, Round 2, Round 3, this is very critical. You go through allotment mapping now itself, it will be beneficial. So this primary counselling I will take, and I will map against, I will go to Karnataka and check whether this candidate has come in. All of this together will be available. You don't need to select individually. Karnataka, TN, Maharashtra, whether this candidate above my rank 3672, what all were their options. Similarly, if I want to look at all general surgery takers above my rank, where all they have gone. Because I missed those choices, will those choices come back? I can estimate. Estimation also we will leave it to you, but we will give you data saying this person has been allotted, whether they come in or not, you can estimate. So this is allotment mapping. The primary counselling here is All India Round 1, and the secondary counselling it will be mapped to is all counsellings. So 3672 has got the seat in All India counselling. What all allotments they have in all the other counsellings or the secondary counsellings, here you can filter out on counsellings too. We will take you through that part in a while. So we will get through the All India demo. Just hold on for a few minutes, 1-2 minutes. We will switch on to the laptop mode and we will take you through the demo directly through the laptop. This will be very beneficial. If you are just joining now too, the demo will be sufficient. But if you are watching it through a later session, basically which is on ZyNerd or YouTube, that just let us know in case you have any queries on allotment mapping. We will help you out, but we might not be able to take decisions. We might just be able to help you out on how to use the tool. We will move on to the laptop part. Give us Hi everyone, so we are back. We'll quickly take you through the session on allotment mapping. We have run a separate initial introduction to allotment mapping on how to use data, etc. If you have not seen that, then you can just go ahead. It will be a separate video possibly when we put it up on the portal. This is purely a demo on allotment mapping. We'll take you through scenarios and we'll also try to answer queries at the end, taking up a few scenarios. This will be a long session because the time you spend on allotment mapping or the results might help you in taking decisions. It is a slightly longer session for the reason that it needs to be a longer session. Now, we will take you through the regular part of looking at closing ranks, how to estimate, etc. A very simple thing is looking at closing ranks, the trends of previous years. Take the example of All India Counselling. I am looking at All India Counselling. Obviously, I go in under closing ranks and select All India Counselling. You will get the entire closing ranks. We have always suggested you to look at 2023, and then unless you are clearly looking at stray rounds, if you are looking at stray rounds, keep that separately and do that analysis separately. Otherwise, you look at round 1, round 2, round 3 of 2023 and 2024 round 1. I am looking at general surgery as, again, I will take the general surgery example. I am looking at general surgery as a course, and I am also looking at management quota seats. We will take management quota seats as an example now for this particular explanation. Now here we will be looking at closing ranks. As we can see, I can clearly look at the closing ranks. This, most of us would have seen that. This is available for every rank, and after All India round 2 is over, you will get these. After, now we have updated it for 21 states, I think, 21 or 22 states which are published. We usually update it within 2 days. This time almost every state we have been able to update it within a day max, except for Haryana provisional, which has been delayed. The original actual has been delayed. Everything else we have been able to update it max within a day or 6-7 hours. Now all the 20 state allotments and the All India Counselling allotment are already available, and that closing ranks can be used to, you can use to check the references of closing ranks and the trends. So here we clearly know that I take Kasturba Medical College General Surgery under the general category basically, and under the management category, not the NRI category. So I'll also filter out on management category over, we have filtered out on management category over here, and this will be all the deemed universities. Now here you see 2023 round 1, 13,531 is the closing rank, and 2024 round 1, it has gone up a little higher, 13,531 to 14,835, which means there is a 1,280 rank or approximately that a number of ranks shift, 1,304 ranks or something shift. So you can also see the takers. From 10,000 it started and closed, 7 seats were available. This year too 7 seats are available, and it started from 11,000 and closed at 14,000. So there is a minor difference in terms of where it starts, where it closes. So everything can be checked. Similarly, what you can also check is the changes, right? We are using it as a base for the allotment mapping only. So we are just explaining this so that allotment mapping is clear. Directly after this, we will go into allotment mapping. Now round 1, you can see that this is the this is the set of candidates who took up 10,288 to 13,531. In round 2, you see that some of these candidates are the same, but some have left. Obviously, that is why the movements. Those candidates who might not have joined the seats, correct? They might not have joined the seats. After being allotted, this 7 candidates, some might not have joined the seats, or some might have joined the seats and opted for upgradation, correct? So what happens when you opt for upgradation? Kasturba General Surgery is what I am looking at. Possibly if I get a better seat, some other general surgery in government, I will move on to that, or a DNB general surgery, I will move on to that. So I would have joined the Kasturba seat over here, this 7, and I might have opted for upgradation. Therefore, I got upgraded, and therefore the seat would have fallen to 15,987. Some of the seats might be that way. So there are 2 options, two chances. One, this set of candidate did not join or joined and resigned before round 2 itself, or opted for upgradation and got upgraded during round 2. Now how do I do that? Now there is a 2,500 rank shift. How do I do that evaluation on what has happened with the closing ranks? I have to go to the seat matrix of 2023. Which year? 2023. And which round? Second round. That will give me some intimation, not exact information, but that will give me some information on what has happened. So here again I will go to quota as MNG and course as general surgery. So this will give me all the Kasturba, all the courses available, and I see that in round 2 of 2023. Round 1, those 7 candidates joined. In round 2 of 2023, these were the virtual vacancies. So if I go back and see what has happened, I am taking up 2023 again here. Here, if I go back and see what has happened, you will see that these general surgery seats of Kasturba Medical College, there were how many vacancies? 4 plus 9 vacancies were available in the previous year. Just hold on. This vacancy, 3 plus 4 vacancies in the previous year, or 4 plus 5, 9. 3 plus 4 vacancies would mean there are 3 vacancies which are actual vacancies. 3 of the candidates actually vacated the seat, they did not participate, and 4 of them are virtual vacancies, which means 4 of the candidates participated, but then they did not join the seats but wanted to opt for upgradation. So out of the 7 seats, 3 were actual vacancies, 3 did not join. So right from the beginning of round 2 itself, they were vacancies. 4 are virtual vacancies, 4 joined and opted for upgradation. They wanted to go for upgradation. So within that 13,531, this 7 candidates, any 3 might have resigned and any 4 might have been virtually vacant. Why are we coming back to this? Now if I have to take a decision at any point, I am looking at Kasturba Mangalore, I am going to take a decision at any point to join or not. Or in round 2, there might be a decision that you need to take, saying All India round 2, I am going to join or not join and go to All India round 3. If your state requires such a decision, you can't go into state at that point in time, etc. Then you can always look at the seat matrix. In round 1, what I could have done is, I could have come here and seen, okay, 3 plus 4 virtual vacancies were there in round 2, last year, 2023. I am looking at 2022 round 2. Again 2 plus 5 virtual vacancies. So 2 vacancies existed in 2022, existed in 2023. Maybe there will be vacancies for sure in 2023. And even if I don't join, there will be 1 vacancy for sure, correct? I don't join the Kasturba seat which was allotted. Now I have to take a decision on joining. If I am within that 7, I can slightly confidently feel that these vacancies do exist every year. And if it is something like Kasturba Manipal, I will be very confident because every year out of 15 seats, almost 15 seats or 9 seats are vacant. So there will definitely be a vacancy. Second thing that I need to look at is, let us say in 2023, I am looking at all these vacancies, and here if I am this top candidate, 10,288, below me there are 7 other candidates. Even if there is 1 vacancy or 3 vacancies, I have a very strong chance of getting it because I am the topper among that. Above me nobody opted. Even if 1 candidate changes their choices, I will get the second vacancy. So that is possibly something that you can always look at. Look at the vacancies of the next round. If it is higher, this happens for non-clinicals. I am having a non-clinical seat. 4 seats are there. Every year in round 3, those 4 seats are going to be vacant. I don't need to get myself locked if that seat is not very valuable, and I am confident about that. I was the first person to take that microbiology seat. Then I can go into All India round 3 after looking at state round 2. If my state requires originals, I will actually go to state round 2 and then look at All India round 3. But if I want to upgrade directly, I want to hold this seat and upgrade, still All India round 2 seat can be held and upgraded. So for me, the vacancy based analysis and whether there has been a shift, 13,531 has moved on to 15,987. In 2022 against 11,000, it has moved on to 20,000. So there has been a shift consistently every year in the next round, and there have been vacancies too in every round. That helps me decide. So now with this as base, we will also go into allotment mapping. So where is it allotment mapping? In your app, it will be a slightly different thing. We would suggest you to use the laptop for allotment mapping. Allotment mapping is better viewed in a laptop. It is supposed to be viewed in a laptop. If you are using it in an app and you are not able to correlate the data, it is because that is how it will be in an app. Please use a laptop. This is what the entire tabular format is what needs to be, how it needs to be looked at. Otherwise, correlating data is very different. Now first we will start with All India, my estimation for All India round 2. My estimation for All India round 2 will depend upon the vacancies for All India round 2, right? So All India round 1 is my primary counselling. I am looking at All India round 1 and seeing how many seats of them or what my higher rankers in All India round 1 have done. That is what will impact All India round 2, correct? So I will look at All India round 1 as my primary counselling. So here I am selecting 2024, this year only. Don't go back to 2023 unless there is a comparison, but now throughout look at 2024, 2023 we will let you know why to use it. 2024 All India Round 1. So we know who are allotted in All India Round 1. Already we know that. These are the 24,671 candidates who have been allotted in All India Round 1. Right from rank 1 onwards, the first 50 ranks till the last rank, which is 1,29,000, is available in each of these pages in allotment mapping. So on the left hand side, what you see is almost the same as your allotments that you see under ZyNerd, except that it will not carry the fee stipend bond, etc., because this is not a correlation based on fee stipend bond. You are not deciding that. You are deciding whether that choice will be available in the next round. You don't need fee stipend bond, bond penalty, etc. for this. Here you will have rank, the quota under which this candidate was allotted, the seat, the category under which the candidate was allotted, and the institute and the course. So rank 1 was allotted this very clearly. Admitted, we will come to at a later point in time on what that means. As of now, we don't have admitted status. We may not have it, but we will come to it on how we will update that. 1 is this, 2 is this. Very clearly, this is where we start. All 24,671 candidates we are able to see on the left hand side, which is the primary counselling, the one in this shaded color. Now on the right hand side, we are seeing their allotments. So here what we are saying is I am looking at rank 1. I want to look at what rank 1 is, other options are. So I will be looking at this, and then on the right side I am looking at rank 1's details. Here I have my rank details of the individual, which is the primary counselling's rank. All India counselling has only All India rank, therefore this is rank 1. If it is a state counselling, there might be a state rank, we will take you through that. Now All India rank 1, the All India rank of the candidate is also 1, this counselling's rank is also 1. Mapped to other counsellings. This candidate has been mapped to other counsellings, and we see that this candidate has not been allotted in any other counsellings till date. Now, whatever we have updated, we have not updated Uttarakhand. Other than that, all the results we have updated with the All India rank. So we mapped All India rank to All India rank and said this candidate has not been allotted anywhere else. So what does this tell us? This candidate is highly likely to take this seat. This general medicine seat may not come down as a vacancy. Whether it comes as a virtual vacancy, this candidate opts for upgradation is different, but may not leave this seat for any reason. Will the candidate 100% would have joined the seat? We assume so, but 100% nobody can confirm. We can confidently say that they have joined it. At All India rank 1, it is easy to confidently say. But at a different rank, even though there is no allotment, it is not 100%. Now here, this candidate is highly likely to have joined the seat, and we think that the candidate can do it. What are we doing? We are estimating. 100% assurance no, but we estimate that this will not be a vacancy. Second candidate, SMS radio diagnosis. This candidate's top choice, obviously that is what it would have been. No other option. Third candidate, and so on. We see that the first 6 candidates have not got any other options in other states, which means, does it mean that these 6 candidates will definitely would have joined the seat? No, but highly likely. So does it mean that these seats will not be vacant in round 2? Highly unlikely that there will be a vacancy among the seats. But there are 5-6 counsellings to go, correct? Punjab has not published, Madhya Pradesh has not published. Most likely these candidates would not go for it, that we know. But here you have a 7th rank candidate. The 7th rank candidate has taken a Madras Medical College General Medicine seat. Now we are looking at information. What all information we can source from this one record? Madras Medical College General Medicine. All India rank is 7. The candidate was ranked 1 in Tamil Nadu management quota. The candidate applied for Tamil Nadu management quota, was ranked 1. Top rank candidate, nobody, all the 6 did not apply. Tamil Nadu management quota is purely by state ranking, no service candidates, top ranked candidate. This is state rank 1. The candidate's All India rank is 7. State rank for management quota merit list, she was the first candidate. She got through CMC Vellore General Medicine seat. One primary observation that possibly we get is state candidate, Tamil Nadu state candidate, Madras Medical College, Tamil Nadu management quota she has applied, so possibly a Tamil Nadu candidate. Second reference that we get is the candidate has taken a CMC Vellore General Medicine seat. Tamil Nadu's allotments happened after All India, Tamil Nadu choice filling happened after All India allotments. The candidate took up Madras Medical College General Medicine and then went ahead and filled in this choice. So what does that mean? Obviously she understands that she has decided that CMC General Medicine is better than Madras Medical College General Medicine, and she will go and join CMC General Medicine. That is possibly an inference that we can get. Is it a 100% sure inference? The candidate might change options after going into the institute. At this level, you assume that it is a very clear choice. At some other level, there might be a difference. That is what we are saying. So here, if the candidate joins the CMC Vellore seat, as we expect, one Madras Medical College General Medicine Gen category seat is going to be vacant in All India round, correct? So for a candidate below who is looking at a Madras Medical College General Medicine seat, you've got your possible first seat. Please don't take assurance, this is an assurance. This candidate has filled in a choice, therefore that will definitely happen. But this gives you an estimate. What you would have possibly gone through in PDFs, you have got it over here saying that this candidate has got a reference. Similarly, you go on to the next few seats, they have not got the alternate options. Usually you won't see that central university taking candidates who take central universities take up other state seats, because they would have obviously got their state seat here itself, correct? MMC General Medicine or say GS General Medicine might have been available here. Still they went for Central University. So they may not go back to the states and opt for General Medicine. But there might be very few candidates like that. So that is the second example of rank 14, ABVMS General Medicine. Even though SAGE GS possibly was available here, we don't know, but maybe it was available. The candidate took up ABVMS General Medicine in All India under the general category and then went on fill choices in Maharashtra, has taken SAGE GS Mumbai General Medicine. Now which one will the candidate take? We don't know. We may not know, but this was a choice that was made by the candidate later, correct? After the All India round 1 was over. But the candidate also had a SAGE GS choice over here. Now we are also a little confused. So this is possibly you will put up a 50% possibly this or that kind of a thing, whether the candidate will join here or here. But ultimately what you know is, in All India round 2, either this is a vacancy, or if this is not a vacancy in All India round 2, SAGE GS is definitely going to be a vacancy in state round 2. Any one of these only the candidate can join now. So any one of these will definitely be a vacancy, because the candidate is allotted 2 seats. This is an obvious thing. The allotted 2 seats can join only 1 seat, and one of these will for sure be a vacancy. Will both be a vacancy? Nobody does that, so it will not be so. Similarly, you come down again we'll have the Kozhikode radio diagnosis candidate ranked 19. The candidate has gone ahead, and this is a beautiful sequence that we have. Luckily, we usually go for these examples. I've also opted for Kozhikode radio diagnosis in Kerala. Now this is a pretty difficult query. We will come to know once All India round 2 vacancies are published on whether this Kozhikode radio diagnosis seat is vacant. Maybe we may not know exactly, but we will come to know. Which one does the candidate choose? Now this is again a 50-50, correct? We don't know. But the candidate has gone for Kerala round 1, and the candidate would also very clearly know that if this is their first choice, we are not sure why the candidate put in both the choices, but this is possibly something that the candidate will decide now. May not have been sure whether joining would be complete, etc. In most cases, let us say the candidate chooses the All India seat, then the Kerala seat would be vacant for round 2. This is the candidate's possible first choice too, we would know that. And in case this is the candidate's first choice, the candidate might be out of the counselling too. So all these candidates might not come in and compete again because they have got their first choices, may take their seats or might take a state seat. Likewise, this candidate again might take the Haryana radio diagnosis seat, in which case somebody who is waiting for VMMC radio diagnosis is going to benefit. So that is what you can do through allotment mapping. Now this is a very difficult thing to do, right? You have all candidates. What is the information that we have got? This candidate has not got a seat, this candidate has got a seat. That information is available for 24,671 records. You can click that. Now we have the filter options, which is beautiful for filtering out multiple cuts. Some scenarios that we haven't even thought out. You have come out with something. Please put up a video. We'll be happy to share that on how you are utilizing ZyNerd allotment mapping. Please share that with us. It will be helpful. Now here, what do I need to look at? Now my primary concern is candidates above me. So I am looking at general surgery. Let us say take the example of general surgery, and I will be looking at how many general surgery seats might be vacant above me in All India counselling. I was looking at general surgery in All India quota. So what I am looking at is, how will a seat of general surgery be vacant? Only if a candidate who has been allotted general surgery did not join the seat, correct? That is when vacancies will arise. So primary thing that I am doing is general surgery I am filtering from the primary counselling. For an All India round 2 seat, general surgery seat to be vacant, only all the general surgery I am filtering based on general surgery. Only this set of candidates leave the seat or join and resign the seat, I will get general surgery. Now next thing to do is I am looking at what quota I am looking at. I am looking at only All India quota general surgery. I am, let us say, a 4000 ranked candidate. I am a 4000 ranked candidate looking at All India general surgery. Now here I am selecting my category 2 because I am general category, I can only take general seats. So all I am concerned about it is all candidates who have taken general surgery under All India quota with under the general category. This I am filtering out. Now I see a whole list of candidates starting from rank 62 who have taken general surgery. As we move on, you see around 449 different candidates who have been allotted general surgery throughout this particular session. Clear? So this is all the general surgery seats. Now my concern, let us say, is only a set of candidates who have got allotted in other rounds. These candidates have not been allotted. So all these seats might not come back, right? They have been very clear choices. The top choices, as you can see, Grant, MAMC, Madras Medical College, Stanley Medical College, all of them are clear choices. And you can even derive that they are from which location, which state, etc. So that does not help me. What helps me is, I don't want all these empty rows because those guys are going to possibly stay. I want all those rows which are not empty. Hide empty rows that have no available data gives me every seat that is available. So this person, rank 477. Till then, whoever took general surgery did not get any allotment till date. Punjab, Rajasthan pending, Punjab, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, etc. pending. They did not get an allotment. But 477 took up Bangalore Medical College general surgery in All India, and in state Karnataka they also have the state rank as the same as All India ranks. The person had taken Bangalore Medical College general surgery again in Karnataka. In which round? There are two rounds here because Karnataka had a mop-up round and a round 1. Once round 2 comes in, you will also see round 2 over here against the same candidate. Round 1 what they took, round 2 what they took, etc. Bangalore Medical College general surgery. One of these is going to be vacant, maybe likely this or this, we don't know. Now next candidate, ABVMS candidate, took up general surgery in ABVMS here, Delhi, has also taken as general surgery seat in KGMU, Lucknow. So this will give you an idea. Grant Medical College candidate has gone on to take up general surgery in Stanley. Similarly, so this candidates might move on to these seats. The only possibility that might exist is these candidates. Will all of them move on? We don't know, but they may move on. That is what we get from this. We might be able to conclude from certain cases too. Like for example, this candidate has taken SMS Jaipur general surgery over here, but has got Bangalore Medical College general surgery in the candidate state. So this might be possibly a movement that you can look at. Because you can also look at where Bangalore closed. If Bangalore had closed before 1795, it is a pure movement. The candidate did not get Bangalore in All India counselling. If it closed before 1795, that is a pure movement. Might not have happened, but that is a movement possibility. All these are movement possibilities very clearly mentioning. This, for example, Medical College Trivandrum is what the candidate has taken. Medical College Trivandrum. So you filter out on Medical College Trivandrum and Kozhikode. Kozhikode, Medical College Trivandrum. Now you filter out on Kozhikode and Medical College Trivandrum, you will get Kozhikode's closing rank, and you will also see that Medical College Trivandrum candidate has got Kozhikode surgery over here, might move from Medical College Trivandrum to Kozhikode. This person who has got Chengalpattu in All India might move to Tamil Nadu Stanley Medical College. All these are possibilities, 99% possibilities you can derive. One or two might change, but what you need is a total number and approximate estimate. You are below rank 4000, all you need to consider is all those candidates below rank 4000, and this will give you an idea of 171 candidates below rank 4000 who have taken general surgery under general category. All of them have got better seats or different seats in All India counselling, another under state counsellings. Another option exists for all of them. Out of these 71, if I am going to estimate for each, you don't need to do for each, or an approximate estimate of 50-60%, 30-35 seats would have been available, will be available as vacancies last year. If it is 50%, it might be more than that. Obviously, it will be more than that. That will be available as vacancies. You can even estimate the vacancies. Now it looks like a large level data, but for your choices, every choice of yours, if you are looking at it, like for example, I want this particular institute's surgery seat. I am looking at seats in, let us say, Madurai Medical College. I did not get it in my state. I am looking at Madurai Medical College, or I did not get Madurai Medical College in my state. I got a lower preferred seat in All India, lower preferred seat in state also. I am looking at Madurai Medical College. When will I get a seat? If it is available in All India round 2. I am taking all the Madurai Medical College candidates who have been allotted better seats. This Madurai Medical College candidate has been allotted Stanley Medical College, which is a better seat. If I know, the closing ranks also will tell me All India closing ranks or state closing ranks. Then these two candidates have a possibility of moving on to these seats. So 2 Madurai Medical College Gen category seats may be vacant in round 2, I can estimate. Let us say I am taking an example of Mirage, another institute. Same, absolutely same. No allotment mapping found, so possibly there is no candidate who has got another seat. Now we can look at another seat from Haryana. We'll say Kalpana Chawla is available, I am not sure. I am looking at 2-3 institutes from Haryana. On general surgery only, I am below rank 4000. Now here these possibilities exist. Mirage did not come in because of a reason, we will just check that. So here there is a possibility that these two candidates, one of these, this candidate has got a Maharashtra seat and a Haryana seat. This is a very specific case. The candidate has a Maharashtra seat, done MBBS from Maharashtra, and possibly a Haryana resident has a Maharashtra seat and a Haryana seat. So one of them is the same seat, the other one is a Maharashtra good seat, possibly there is movement, this might come in. Mirage did not come in because of our filters. Below 4000 it might not have gone. So if I am looking at Mirage, then Mirage also has, this person who has taken in Mirage has got a possible different seat in state, that might also move it. So for every seat you will at seat level you will estimate. That is why we are saying you have 50 choices above your rank, immediate top 50 choices. You can go ahead and look at it. After estimating what is the point, I estimate where do I take decisions. For All India round 2, there may not be much of decisions to make. Unless your state says that if you join All India round 2 you will not come in, etc. That decision 2, if you are worried about the security deposit, it is a decision. Otherwise, you fill in all the choices that you wish to join in All India round 2. The decisions will be similar decisions, will need to be taken based on vacancies in further rounds. All India round 2 I have got a seat. If I go to state, should I go to state will be based on state round 1, taking state round 1 as primary counselling. Like if I take state round 1 as a primary counselling, what happens? Also we will take up one more thing here. Here we just gave the example of the number of seats, right? The number of seats over here. At a top level, my state has got a negative shift. I am taking All India round 1 over here. The second thing that we are going to do is look at complete common allotments across different states. Like I have got a lower rank in negative shift in certain seats in Maharashtra. I have got a negative shift in Tamil Nadu. I have got a negative shift in Gujarat, let us say. In some seats there is a positive shift. UP there is a positive shift. Now, what are the common seats between UP and All India? How will I take it? I will filter out on all the seats are available over here, right? As far as All India is concerned, I go back to the dashboard. 24,671 seats are available over here. I then go filter out and pick up a particular state. I will take Maharashtra. And then I will hide all the empty rows. I do not want non-seat takers. I am just saying Maharashtra over here. Maharashtra counselling automatically will give you Maharashtra results only. Now you get the complete list of seats which are available under Maharashtra PG medical counselling. Whoever has taken a seat under Maharashtra PG counselling. So you here see that out of 24,000, 1,212 candidates who have got seats under All India counselling have also been allotted under Maharashtra state counselling. This is immediate data. What is the number? We will note down the number over here. It is 1,212. Common allotments, All India versus Maharashtra. Okay, 1,212 AI versus Maharashtra. We will take it a little further and also see how many candidates who have got general surgery seats over here as a course have also been allotted Maharashtra. Now that is the next step, correct? General surgery seats over here. 99 candidates who have got general surgery in All India have got some seat in Maharashtra. This is the next cut. Now I am next going to see how many of them have also got a general surgery seat in Maharashtra. Now this will give me a possible candidate who is very clear about general surgery and might move and might create options in general surgery in All India. how many? 79 candidates. So you see that 99 of them were there. Out of them 79 have also got general surgery. 79 general surgery in all India have also got gen surgery in Maharashtra. A gen surgery candidate, we can almost assume that a gen surgery candidate, those 79 are. Within this, I can further filter on what? My quota, my category in all India. You don't need a quota category over here. Any seat they want to move on, they will move on, right? So quota category over here, and that will give you 30 gen surgery AIQ candidates under gen category. Gen surgery, general category seats takers also got gen surgery in Maharashtra under any category, that doesn't matter, they might move on. So this is a possible vacancy, maximum possible vacancy, and then it might come down. Now I do the same for 2023. Now is where 2023 reference comes in. I do the same for 2023 and I pick up the same combination of Maharashtra counselling. 2023 had 22,506 allotments in round 1. I pick up Maharashtra common allotments and pick up the empty common allotments alone, and what do you have? 1328 common allotments. Last year in the initial round, here we have round 1 or to select, we missed that, that is why it is higher. You select the round 2 because last year there were round 2, round 3 allotments, which is also there in ZyNerd, 1050 allotments. So as against 1212 common allotments, 1050 Maharashtra and all India common allotments were there in 2023. This is 2024. What does this say? Another 150 additional common allotments are there. Is it negative? It is negative in the sense that there are additional common allotments today. But it is positive in the sense that 150 might not be able to hold more than one seat. Somehow 150 vacancies additionally are going to be generated between last year and this year, in addition to whatever usually is generated from the common allotments. So you are going to get 1212 seats out of this first round as vacancies this year compared to 1050 vacancies which for sure you would have got last year. So that is a slight positive this year, obviously, for any ranker. Same for the next step. What if I look at general surgery over here? So these are cuts that can give you good idea, but what we suggest is, without looking at the overall numbers, look at your choices like we did first. That is why we did that first instead of looking at numbers. This is 110 in 2023, which means this year it's slightly lower. So over here there is a difference. And then if you look at AIQ and look at gen category, as against that 30, we will AIQ gen category and surgery seats over here, and look at surgery over there, it is 32 records. So 32 against 30. So hope this is understood. Last year 30 this year 30 general surgery AIQ holders have general surgery seats in the MH. This year 32 general surgery seat holders, last year 32 general surgery seat holders were there. This year it is 30, slightly lower. So that will give you some information. Same if you do for any state, you can quickly do it for any state that you wish to, and you will be able to see the common allotments and why there will be more seats coming out. I'll pick up 2 more states and quickly run through this. I am looking at primary counselling as all India. I am looking at Tamil Nadu counselling over here and want to look at the common allotments between Tamil Nadu and here. Round is only 1 over here. I look at for Tamil Nadu, so I will select only round 1. 661 allotments, common allotments in 2024, right? Now in 2023 what was it? I can just go back and say a few seconds to select Tamil Nadu counselling, and a few seconds you get every information that is available. It was possibly, this is round 1, I have to select round 1 over here because all round data is available. 580, this we explained in the earlier presentation too. So here what does it say? Last year 661, this year 661 common allotments, 661 vacancies are going to be generated, definitely, because dual allotments are there. 580 common allotments, last year 580 only were generated. So another 80 are going to come up. Better than last year may be the movement, but compared to last year there might be a slightly better movement, but current standing is that Tamil Nadu has a negative shift. Same for any other state. we can always look at, even for smaller states, bigger states, you can always look at. We'll take the example of, we've taken Gujarat, so Haryana will take the example of, Haryana, PG Medical and round 1. Later you can also look at round 2s. Now 117 in 2023, we are looking at 117 in 2023 versus 193 this year, 193 this year. So you can see that 117 versus 193. So all these common allotments, larger level common allotments, everything will boil down somewhere to what? To a factor that there will be seats opening up in round 2. So that you can get it. Exact seats too you can look at. Now just to take you through another part, now you have a sense of what might come in the next rounds. In round 2, round 3, especially during all India round 3 or state round 2, this is very critical for looking at information on what might be the vacancies in all India round 3 and taking decisions on whether you want to join the state round 2 seat. In case the state has a policy of penalty, etc. Karnataka, certain states have a penalty, or go on to state round 3, which might provide a better option. It depends on the vacancies of all India round 3. Same ways, those decisions can be taken in all India round 3 as well. What am I going to do in all India round 3? Now we look at 2023 as an example, because 2023 alone we have a reference point for state round 2 reference. So we look at 2023 as an example, but right now the primary thing that you need to remember is we are all looking at all India round 2 possibilities. It is for all India round 2 possibilities, right? We looked at primary counselling as all India. Now I want to do state counselling for round 1, I can still do that. I am taking up a particular state, West Bengal. I can do that for state counsellings too. I am looking at West Bengal state round 1 and looking at in the reverse. Usually we do that for state round 2. I look at state round 1 for estimating vacancies for state round 2. Now I am looking at state counsellings. I want to have a view of how many candidates who took up radio diagnosis in West Bengal state round 2 have also taken radio diagnosis in all India counselling or any other counselling. I can easily filter out on this and then hide empty rows, and it will give me this list. West Bengal radio diagnosis allotted candidates who have also been allotted in all India counselling. Any combination can be done. So from state, where will it generate the vacancies? We don't know, you will have to look at it. Second counselling that happened was West Bengal, so might generate vacancies in all India, but you have to look at it basically depending upon what the allotments are, quota category, etc. is. Every possible combination of allotment is available. When we move on to round 2s, you will have more details as that will emerge. You will be able to get this. Let us say in this scenario, if we move on to round 2, it also says that this candidate continues with UCMS. There will be another record saying that second round this candidate is allotted the same seat. That means the candidate ignored the IPGMR seat and went on to UCMS if there is another record saying that rank 79 is here. Now in that scenario, you will be able to figure out that this candidate will not come back to state round 2, the original round 1 seat will be vacant. That when will that come up? We will update all India round 2 uploads data. Once that is done, we will get that. Now we look at 2023 on another example of, let us say we will take the example of not Andhra Pradesh because it was delayed last year. We will take another example. Take the example of Odisha, let us say Punjab. Punjab, I am taking the example of Punjab. This is last year's data, just a reference on round 1. Why will I take Punjab round 1 reference? When will I take it? When I am looking for Punjab round 2, I will take a reference after all India round 2 is over. That time I will take a reference. If I had taken this reference last year, what I would have got is primarily this. I would have got only all India round 1 and all India round 2, or only those which were over before round 2. These are the results that I would have got last year. Now from this, take a scenario where you are looking at Punjab round 2 after all India round 2 is over. We are doing it earlier. Now here it clearly says that the candidate who is DMC Ludhiana radio diagnosis, when was this allotment? This was in Punjab round 1, very clearly Punjab round 1 is my primary counselling. This candidate was allotted DMC radio diagnosis in Punjab round 1. But the candidate was allotted in all India round 1 Rohtak and then also allotted in second round in Rohtak. First round the candidate got admitted. This admitted status is not updated because we did not have it last year. And then you will very clearly see that this candidate continues to be admitted or allotted in the same seat, which means Punjab will be a vacancy for sure in round 2. Before round 2, when you look at this data, this seat is going to be a vacancy, you can be assured of. Same thing you do in state round 3, you will know that there is a vacancy that can be possibly there. You have the all India round 2 joint retained candidates, that vacancy, if you are rank 3 in Punjab or rank 4 in Punjab, here rank 3, you obviously know this is a vacancy, confidently go to state round 2. Or maximum, otherwise you still want to confirm, you can confirm with the institute, but this gives you a very good reference point to decide on state round 2 what will be the vacancies, how to decide on, on information along this. Now throughout, this is not the admitted status. What we have is only the allotted status. Like I take all India round 1, this is the complete admitted status. This is the complete allotted status, not the admitted status. Over here, these two columns are vacant now. Will All India publish the admitted status? When will ZyNerd upload the admitted status? They have not uploaded it. We will not upload it till the end. So first we have not committed on admitted status. We will not upload the admitted status till the end of the counselling. We do it over and above in case a state does that. We want to do it. So if All India publishes the admitted status list of round 1 joint candidates, luckily for us last year they published it. Admitted status is what? This candidate has joined in the seat. Will the candidate be able to resign later? Yes, even if we put admitted as this, it just means the candidate went ahead and joined round 1. MCC will publish that. Later round 2, the candidate might resign, etc. So throughout the counselling, remember, admitted does not mean at that point when you are looking at data, the candidate is admitted. It means the candidate went ahead and reported in round 1. Might have resigned later. But currently, if MCC puts in this data, we will do that. Similarly, let us say if certain states do that. For example, Uttar Pradesh, we might be able to get it later. They update the admitted status in their portal itself. If they do that, what we will do is, against Uttar Pradesh as a primary counselling, if you are taking Uttar Pradesh over here or here, you will find admitted status. Once they do that, by the time they do that, obviously All India will also publish the vacancies. But if they do an admitted over here, for this candidate, rank 2, might not be admitted, but if the candidates, it says admitted over here. Which state counselling is the candidate admitted in? UPPG counselling. You will clearly know this will be a vacancy. If the admitted status is updated by the state, please intimate us. We will definitely update it, but no commitment. We will not be able to update it for any state if it doesn't publish. If the state publishes, we will definitely update it for every round. Also note that at the time of round 2, if you are seeing round 1 admitted over here, it means the candidate that was admitted in round 1, not that the candidate is currently holding that seat. That difference you need to know. So any round, if the candidate went ahead and joined, we will update the admitted status over here if the data is available. So with that, you will be able to check. Like for Uttar Pradesh, once it is, let us say for 2023, we will see Odisha, let us see. Odisha might have updated the admitted status. This was in 2023 round 1. So if since Odisha updates, very properly updates good state, we have updated this information. This does not mean this candidate ended up with the seat again. This is not the final seat of the candidate, not necessarily, but this just means that in round 1 the candidate got admitted. This candidate did not get admitted, so that will be a vacancy. So right now, right from the time the admitted status is published, you will know the vacancies for the next round 2 for that state. That also we will update. So this we believe is very comprehensive information. I'll just check on anything else that I have missed out taking you through. Okay, so that is pretty much. What will be more useful for you from allotment mapping is, once you look at allotment mapping, to look at all the candidates above your rank for your choices. Now I'm let us say I'm candidate ranked 500 over here, 1000 over here, let us say. I'm looking at all the seats which closed in general medicine over here in All India counselling. Because I am interested in general medicine, I missed out a few seats. I am above ranked, I am ranked 1000 exactly. I am looking at gen seats, let us say, under All India quota. This will give me all the candidates who have been allotted. Now if I filter out all this, I will also see something. I am seeing all these, but I don't see rank 30 over here. The candidate was not allotted anywhere, rank 30. That is surprising. And now rank 40 over here, the candidate was not allotted anywhere. I move on to the next page, I see other ranks. 52 was there in the previous page. Now I might see certain ranks which are not being allotted over here too. We will try to figure out that. Not much. I guess everybody has been allotted over here, all 50. So in case there is a candidate who has not been allotted, we saw 39, 40 as an earlier examples. So any candidate who has not been allotted, we will move on to page 19 so that we can pick up one candidate. Unluckily for us, I think we see 981, 982. I want to know what is happening to this candidate, right? 30 and 40 have not been allotted at all. Rank 30, rank 40. Who are these candidates who have taken rank 30, rank 40 and not allotted? Now I am rank 41. Now my primary concern is this rank 30 should not come in some other round and possibly take away my seat. This confusion will happen for somebody who is rank 5000 and between 4500 and 5000 wants to know who all have not been allotted. So primarily we look at this rank 30. 0 to 40, I am rank 41. I want to know what has happened to rank 30 and 40. If I go ahead and say view results, obviously they are not going to come here, correct? How will I look at where they have been allotted otherwise? I can look at, okay, then I will go look at Andhra Pradesh government quota and then say rank 30 is available. Here are the all India ranks. So I want to see where rank 30 is available. I will look at counselling rank 30. I will look at all India rank 30, filter out on all India rank which is on top over here, 30 and all India rank 30. Not available. Then I will look at the other state. So instead of doing that, you have the rank scan option. Rank scan is an option where you will be able to get any ranker's complete history, right from rank number 1 till rank number 1,29,915 or whatever, whoever is eligible. Every ranker, every allotment, every state is available over here. I will put in rank 30 and filter out over here. This is all India rank based only filtering, not state bank rank filtering. Nothing is found. I will put in rank 40 over here. Nothing is found. So possibly a candidate who has joined AIMS through INICET in July, or possibly a candidate who is not interested. If the candidate is interested and you see an allotment somewhere else, you can consider them to be a non-competitor who did not come into All India round 1. I am putting in 980 to 982, the reference points that we had. 980, 81 was not available, 81, 82 was not available. I guess we can go check that. They have got better seats possibly in Andhra Pradesh counselling or West Bengal counselling. They might not have appeared, whatever be the reason. This is all India rank. So you can just have a look at that rank. I am not sure whether you are taking the exact rank. If this is the case, this candidate was not allotted in All India, you can obviously see that 981, 982 was not allotted in All India, otherwise they would be appearing here, correct? So 980 was allotted in All India quota, 981 was allotted only in Andhra Pradesh government quota and West Bengal. These candidates may not come back to All India. They have already decided to only go with West Bengal, or might come in for slightly better seats for All India. They will not come in and compete for anything which is better than this. So that level of reference you can always get. Where will this be useful? I want to know all the candidates between 4,500 and 5,000, even if they did not get a seat in All India, where all they have got a seat. My immediate higher ranker is 4,499. I am ranked 4,500. I will put up 4,499 and I can't do that anywhere else, right? I will have to go to individual counsellings. I will be able to see where all the candidate has got a seat. So all the 50 candidates above me, 4,551 to 4,499, rank scan will beautifully give me the data and you can filter out on what all their choices are. You can even go and check whether they are interested in, this candidate is interested in general medicine, this candidate even is also interested in DNB, might come and compete with me for DNB, and so on. Every information might be available. You might also come to know their states which they are eligible for from this itself, and this is possibly another big chunk that you can use. How you can use, we will leave it to you, but this is another big chunk of data that will be helpful throughout the counselling. So with closing ranks and allotment mapping and rank scan, you will be able to figure out a lot of information to take decisions. Beyond that, what is critical is the rules of the counselling. If you are able to manage these two, rules of the counselling is pretty simple only, not very complicated. You write down the rules once, check with us, that is sufficient, don't need to reconfirm or anything, and keep looking at new notifications or new videos from us. This will be helpful. Now the analysis on this we may not be able to do. In case you call up someone and say, what should I do? the support team, the customer engagement team is not equipped to do that. We would suggest you not to ask them queries on what do. If you're pressurizing them on that, maybe they will come up with some answers which might not be right. Please, we are not providing an individual guidance because of we don't have resources. Otherwise, we would have gone ahead with the 25,000, 50,000 packages. If we had enough 10, 15 resources who can analyze and give you everything. But this, how to do this, you can always check, as in basically the same part whatever we have explained. How can I pull out this information? That information definitely will help. We will support you with all the data, but analysis and decisions have to be done at your end. Please don't rely on us, not only us, but anyone else too. It is not about the customer engagement team alone. You just ask them some queries and they give you random data, question that and then take a decision. Don't go with any analysis without any base, and you always cross check with our data on whether the data whatever they have provided is right, etc. We have most of the counselors also use this. They use this and to tell you that these many candidates have moved on here, etc. They'll give you screenshots, etc. So, but ensure that after doing that, taking that information, the analysis is right. So this possibly will help you with much of information. If we have any queries, we can take that. We will not take what will happen queries. Please excuse us on that. We will not be able to take queries on predictions, etc. We might not be able to take queries. Just hold on. In case you have other queries after the session, you can call us up on ZyNerd. If this was interesting, please provide your feedback too. Basically, this is a lot of data. Sorry about the late start. We were delayed by a few minutes. How many state counselings have been withheld? We're not sure if Punjab has come up. We know that okay, yeah. Punjab is one. Then we have Haryana. I'm not sure if Haryana has also published the. Yeah, they have postponed, right? I missed that part. So Punjab, Haryana we have, and then the Madhya Pradesh we have, and we have Telangana, which has been delayed. All India round 2 will not be delayed because of that. MCC will not delay on themselves. They will start their counselling, they will run it unless there is an order or anything, they will delay. But otherwise they will start running it because, and also every year these 3-4 states have delayed their counsellings. Karnataka usually and Andhra Pradesh last year, etc. They have delayed their counsellings. The impact will be similar only. 3-4 states delaying the counsellings will not have a huge impact. But let's see how it works. But All India will not delay. MCC will continue the same dates. If they delay, maybe Telangana happens after 1 month, unfortunately, or some counselling is delayed halfway through after 1 month, the entire counselling will move on. So MCC will move on. That is their strategy. Whether it is right or not, that is their strategy. It is unfortunate for the 4 state candidates, 4 or 5 states, wherever there is a counselling delay. They would not have had a state round 1 option. They will be confused now on whether to go with state round 1 or wait for their All India round 1 results, but that is it. If I selected admitted or not admitted in filter section, because admitted or not admitted lists are not released. Tamil Nadu does not release, Maharashtra does not release, Odisha releases, certain states release, Uttar Pradesh keeps updating. After the final update, we will get it from Uttar Pradesh. So those we will try to do it. Possibly only 7 or 8 states release the admitted lists. I think Gujarat releases a few states. We will get that done for those states. But without that, actually it is not in public. Nobody will be able to know. The only other possibility that you will be able to get is, you will be able to know is from directly connecting with the candidate or the institute. That is the only other possibility. Yes, this will be available later. So far around 800-900 seats. This is in all India, I guess you are mentioning. There have been 3,000 seat additions, almost 3,000, including the private seat, huge private seat additions in Uttar Pradesh alone. So that has been quite a good number of seat additions. They've been added in round 1 itself. More seats will be there in round 2, round 3. We are expecting a few, less than 100 numbers in terms of possibly 50-60 DNB seats. Maybe we are just thinking because they are not added, we don't know why. But MDMS seats may be a few which have been missed out, but not huge additions in round 2. After All India round 3 joining, there is no resignation window. New seats in round 2, yes, but don't expect huge numbers. But see, there will be many people moving on to state seats, so that level of shift might happen. This time there is, like we said, common allotments are a little higher. So that will be beneficial because you have a number now at the end of All India round 1 and state round 1. That will be beneficial. Common allotments being more, you are starting somewhere. Round 1 is like this. And then you see a lot of common allotments compared to last year, then the shift will be slightly at least higher than last year, right? May not be major difference, but that will impact. In each state there is a larger number of common allotments. Not so much of negative shift, there is a shift but not so much of negative shift. You might have taken your choices or some limited number of choices, not so much. Mainly the DNB seats, not mainly the DNB seats. You will see seat vacancies. You will see seat vacancies in round 2 compared to last year. Maybe even if it is the same, it is good, but you will see seat vacancies. Please don't be negative saying that only DNB seats will be vacant. Everybody has, many of them have moved on to better seats. What we had shown is the top 500 ranks who would have got the same seats. We showed cases of many candidates who are beyond 4,000, 5,000 ranks where movements have happened to better seats. That will be vacancies. There will be vacancies. All India round 2, there will be a loss of security deposit. Now, for that reason, it is better to fill choices. Even for other reasons of your own benefit, fill choices that you wish to join. Otherwise, you will miss a lower seat that you wish to join. One. Second, you will have to go through the complications of security deposit forfeiture, everything. Please fill choices that you wish to join. Note that this is how it works. Actually, you move on from a state seat, All India seat to state seat. If you are saying that All India's round 1 seat holders should not move on to state round 1, then everybody gets blocked at All India round 1. There is a negative shift in All India round 1 because many people would have gone ahead and filled in their choices, but they move on to state round 1, which is a good thing. So you will see it reflect in All India round 2. Same ways All India round 2 to state round 2 will happen. State round 2 to All India round 3 will happen. If they are continuing to do that, it will be better for everyone in the same possible way. But unfortunately, it has to stop somewhere. That is why the All India round 3 joining deadline. It is good that it did not stop at All India round 2. Otherwise, you would be forced to take a decision on All India round 2 and miss out better seats which will be possible in further rounds because of vacancies. Somebody would not have joined above your rank, etc. So at least now we have got something which is better than the earlier is how we see it. Full screen. I think we missed that. I think we should have taken it up full screen. Hope it was visible. I'm not sure. Most states there will be. Is there a way to know if a candidate is banned in All India can only participate through state quota? We don't have a way. Did not opt for upgradation. We don't have a way. We have. We will currently after round 2 is over. You will have the round 2 results published. In the round 2 results, you will have All India round 1 reported candidates who did not opt for upgradation as a separate tag against each of the candidates. So it will say reported and then did not opt for upgradation. Those candidates will not attend All India round 2 or round 3 or round 4. They will be out of the All India counselling, and they will also be obviously that will be out of the All India counselling. But who can only participate in All India and cannot participate in state counselling, that we will not know. That is something that the state list, merit list or ineligible list, anything like that, that will only give us. MP and Rajasthan counselling delayed, will there be less vacancies? If MP and Rajasthan counselling is delayed, there will be less vacancies, but there is one part to it. MP and Rajasthan candidates might, it might not be like 100% MP candidates will continue with All India counselling. They might also know that they will get better seats in MP, and they can leave their All India round 1 seats and then come back to round 2 in case they don't get. So many of them, knowing that results will, after round 3, after December 3rd till December 12th, they can't resign, they might opt for resigning their All India round 1 seats and going on to MP2. So the impact will not be very 100% like every seat will not be available, whatever is allotted, but it will be less. And also note that last year's shifts, whatever you are seeing, All India round 1 to All India round 2, is after similarly 3 or 4 counsellings not happening. And those candidates did not had that impact of holding on to All India round 1 seats instead of moving. So that impact is there every year with at least 2-3 counsellings. Some of them are bigger, like Karnataka is a very big counselling which has happened now, which is a larger number of seats, which will consume 2-3 smaller states impact. Karnataka did not happen, Andhra Pradesh did not happen last year. Round 1 did not happen on time because of confusions. Candidates still held on to the seats, etc. So those bigger states will consume the impact of 2-3 smaller states in terms of number of medical seats, PG medical seats. So those are the queries that we have on this. In case there are any queries, still just TN round 2 to AA round 3 is possible through TN will give you an opportunity to option to resign your round 2 joint seat to move on to All India round 3. After All India round 3 there is no resignation window. Joining, if you are joined in All India round 3 allotted seat, you don't have a resignation window. If you retain your All India round 2 seat in All India round 3, you cannot resign. It is considered an All India round 3. This will be recorded. It is due to free exit. Many didn't report the institution after round 1. Yes, due to free exit, many didn't report. Basically, we look at it the other way. Because reporting is required, many who just fill choices thinking that they can free exit, fill choices which they did not want, did not end up joining. Because if reporting is not required, online reporting was there, then they would have even joined and then blocked a seat. Now at least with free exit, they can say that they did not join the seat, they may not put up the same seat again. Most of them don't do that. From next round, people will be concerned. We hope that they will fill in right choices. Random choice filling will end. Negative shift in Kerala. See, all of this has to do with more people having dual allotments, slightly to do with that. See, one thing is between All India and states, there cannot, towards, if the seats have not decreased, everything cannot be a negative shift. If there is a negative shift in all the states, then All India should have a positive shift in the next round. It cannot be like everything is a negative shift this year because many candidates ended up joining. That factor usually doesn't happen. The number of people who will go to the next year, irrespective of the ranks, will be similar only. Everybody will not say that it will end up joining. In fact, when the counselling is delayed by till March, etc., people will only start thinking that okay, there is another one down the line, 3-4 months or 5 months. I might even go there. Because earlier if it had happened in July, it is 1 year. Now right now they might think whoever is taking in round 3, round 4, they might not take seats. That is what might happen. But we don't think that everything can be a negative shift. That cannot happen logically too. There will be a shift in round 2, but compared to last year, whether there is a positive shift in Karnataka, we are not sure. So if I join a college at R2 and course commences, I work for some time. If I join a college at R2, opted for upgradation, course commences, work for some time, later I get in R3, will I get the stipend? Something that you should not be too much worried about because you may not get a stipend. If you are starting in R2, it depends upon the institute's policy. You are starting on December 21st. Some of the corporate hospitals or some institutes have a 20th. Government institutes may have a 20th deadline for sending across the salary details, and it will be processed centrally, and only those who are by 20th will get the salary, etc. In those institutes, you will not get the salary because by the next month end, you will be out of the state. You will get the salary or not, we are not sure. So basically, you just wait for, you assume that there is no salary. Some states might give you a salary, but no point in basically getting too much discussing on that because it is a given. You go there, you join, you don't get a salary, you don't get a salary. There is nothing much for discussion. You can actually take it up later, but better to leave it that way, as in basically not think about it till it happens, because not our decision to make, and takes a big effort to get that back. If I attend AAQ N3, All India round 3 allotted and did not join, depends upon the state. Gujarat may allow. MP and Rajasthan counselling delayed, will there be less vacancies? Less vacancies will be there, but compared to last year, it might still be slightly higher. Overall, MP Rajasthan vacancies might be lesser. I am a TN student, I would like to go to round 3. If I get a seat in AAQ round 2, can I upgrade in state round 3? See, the queries should be similar, okay? AAQ round 2, can I upgrade to state round 3? That is not the query. You are under AAQ round 2, you directly don't go to state round 3. There is a state round 2 then. Then there is a state round 3, AAQ round 3. What happens in AAQ round 3 should be the query. So if I take an AAQ seat, we assume that you are saying in AAQ round 3 also I am holding that seat. Then you would have joined an AAQ round 3 seat. That is your status. You cannot participate in state round 3 because your AAQ round 2 seat, first of all, you cannot resign. Even if you somehow resign, and that is against the rule. Even if you get the certificates with you and you are trying to do something against the rule and join state round 3, Tamil Nadu may not allot. You will have to wait for notification on that. Last year it had a clear direction from the court that they should not allot. They have not put it up in the prospectus. Tamil Nadu may not allot AAQ round 3 joint candidates. AA round 2 seat taken into All India round 3 and not upgraded will be an AA round 3 joint seat immediately. Once the results are out, you cannot resign at all. My question was missed after the full screen comment. I am not sure what question I had missed. Yeah, we had responded to that. Yeah. Will it affect upgradation seat? Which one? I am not sure what the query is. It says, will it affect upgradation seat? All candidates if I got AAR1 seat and upgraded to AAR2, then I got a better seat in state round 2. All India round 1 seat, if it gets upgraded, obviously it is going to be a new seat, All India round 2 seat. If you join that seat, whether you are eligible for state round 2, look for your state round 2 rules. Most states allow for state round 2 now, but some states may not. Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh specifically check, but other states just check the rules. We have put up the rules. We will also be putting up the rest of the rules by tomorrow. Most of that has been completed. MB accreditation portal shows 2 seats in hospital. In seat matrix only 1 came. It is up to, there are 2 reasons for it. One might be whether it is a government seat, 50% is under government, state government for in-service candidates, 50% is under All India. That might be one reason behind that. Second reason is, if it is a government seat, that is unlikely that is a reason. If the second reason is, if it is not a government seat, then they might have decided to surrender only 1 seat. It is up to the institute every year to surrender 1 seat. I joined Kerala round 2 waiting for round 2. This is Dr. Neetu. If I join Kerala round 2 waiting for round 2, I got a seat in round 2 All India. Is there free exit possible? No, but Kerala round 2 will happen. Prior to that itself, I am not sure if you are mentioning round 3, All India round 3. No free exit after round 2. If you are allotted a seat in round 2 onwards in All India, no free exit. You will pay a security deposit, your forfeiture will be there. So please fill in right choices, whatever you wish to join. Any info on Telangana counselling? No sir, we are waiting for information, nothing much. No, ma'am, we will just update if there is an issue. How is the last year KEA round 2 was after round 3 of AAQ. Yeah, so that is a problem. So we don't know why KEA's All India round 2 joined not being eligible for KEA round 2 is rule was there last year. It did not actually happen after round 3. It actually happened around the timeline of round 3. So KEA, I'm not sure if I have the timelines here. It happened after the start of All India round 3. So around they were parallel. That is possibly the reason why they had this rules extra, but we will have to wait. Last year's Karnataka or AP reference may be taken in that context. After All India round 3, is it possible to go in West Bengal round 3? If you have joined your All India round 3 seat, not possible. If you are allotted, may be possible. This year, All India round 3 joining will end first. I think 13th is the last date of All India round 3 joining, and 15th is the West Bengal, 15th Jan is the West Bengal end date. So in case that happens that way, 13th itself you have to decide whether you are going to join the All India round 3 seat. West Bengal may not allot you. Even if it allots, you will not be able to possibly move on to West Bengal for round 3. 15th Jan is, I think, 13th Jan is the last date of reporting for All India, and West Bengal's is 15th Jan. Results. So after 13th Jan, after All India round 1 joining is over, then you will have to move on to decide on that. If you join, then there might not be any more West Bengal possibility. So that you can check and decide at that point. At that time, I think it is high time that you decide between All India round 3 and state round 3, and based on what seat you already hold. Round 3 publication of results is 15th Jan. Yeah, we were right. How much negative can we expect in KEA round 2 because of that R2 timeline of KEA? Not sure, sir. We'll have to wait. There might be, yeah, it is a fair reason to expect a negative. AP round 2 and KEA round 2 compared to last year's, there might be a slight lesser shifts compared to last year, but we'll need to wait. Scenario of ban and seat leaving penalty. NEET PG 2025, ban and seat leaving penalty is possibly limited to, we have summed up all the bans and seat leaving penalties, who were the numbers, etc. All India it is around 930. Basically you are asking if how many people will be banned in NEET PG 2025 because they did not join the stray rounds, etc. etc. So that possibly will be limited to 2000 out of 2,40,000 candidates maximum. 1% might not make a huge difference. In Bihar seat matrix round 1, there are seats in UR open category, but in allotment PDF, there is no seat. Can you please send across a mail, sir? We have taken up one Bihar similar query with us. We were not sure where that seat is. Can you please send across a mail? We will also, maybe you can also connect and then check with Bihar. Just check on that. Bihar, we are trying to get their allotments. RTAs have been filed. Please also you can just somehow if you can represent and get the allotments, that will be good. Nothing is mentioned, we don't have the complete allotments to check to whom it went, etc. Closing ranks will give us a reference, but you can send across a mail to us, we'll just check and let you know. Whatever, in case Chhattisgarh state rules, ma'am, you have been following up. Very, very sorry about that. We only have partial information on Chhattisgarh because it is not clearly mentioned, and the data we have looked at is, we know that if you don't, you'll have to reject the seat to move on to the next round. If you accept, you may not be able to move, and that is continuing. All India round 2 joint have been allotted in Chhattisgarh round 2, but even though candidates have been saying that they are not allotted, round 2 of All India joint have been allotted, but we don't have a rule to confirm that. Nobody is confirming that. Because what happens in Chhattisgarh is, at that point in time when the round happens, candidates go there and then ask them to change the rules. Chhattisgarh is flexible and they change the rules. So now we are not able to confirm that to you. That is the reason why Chhattisgarh is pending, and that is the reason why we have Jharkhand also pending. So we don't know the rules actually, because there is nothing on paper anywhere. We are going with data, and data is limited by that extent. So the rest of it we have been able to get it, but we will get that. Tomorrow we are running Chhattisgarh anyways with whatever we have. All India round 2 allotted can participate in Chhattisgarh round 2. It is joining that is a problem. Very clearly, All India round 2 allotted can participate in Chhattisgarh round 2. Even reported All India round 2, we have seen them being allotted in Chhattisgarh round 2. So please, last year Chhattisgarh round 2 was in September during All India round 3. They delayed, made modifications on 2nd of September or 3rd of October. After All India round 3 was actually starting, that is when Chhattisgarh round 2 happened. At that point, there might be a difference. But All India round 2 allotted, there is no rule which says that All India round 2 allotted are not eligible for Chhattisgarh state round 2. That will not happen. So don't need to worry about that, even if somebody is saying. So you can get allotted in All India round 2, you will still be eligible for Chhattisgarh round 2. Joining might be a problem. Okay, so Dr. Kushbu Sahu, wrong question you had mentioned. If I upgraded from All India round 1 to round 2, will I be able to resign if state round 1? This is for which state, ma'am? Because you are possibly expecting. So this is how it works. We will just quickly put up some a reference over here for MP, Rajasthan, Haryana, maybe Telangana. This might possibly, your question possibly is Chhattisgarh, is it? Okay, Chhattisgarh because of the cancellation. So this 3rd December, you have your All India round 1 seat, right? Okay, yeah, CG we forgot to mention in the cancellations. 3rd December is the last date of resignation of A round 1, correct? From 3rd December till 12th of December, the results are published. You cannot resign the seat. Which one? All India round 1 held seat. You will not be able to resign. So your chance of resigning your All India round 1 held seat is before 3rd December. If not, you cannot resign the seat. So let us say your state results, Chhattisgarh is delayed. Right now, let us say put up a new notification, or Haryana is delayed, Telangana is delayed. 8th December, results come in, and they say that by 12th December you have to join. In this scenario, where your joining is before the 12th December, for your round 1 seat, you cannot do much if your certificates are with the round 1 institute. They are not supposed to give you back the certificates. Whether you get it or not, they are not supposed to give back. So don't expect that. As a rule, and system will also not allow resignation. Offline resignations, MCC will act on the institute. That is a rule. This becomes a scenario where you are stuck with your result. You have a state round 1 seat, but your results certificates are with your All India round 1 institute. I cannot resign because the deadline has passed. If you are expecting the scenario, right now you can take a call between All India round 1 current seat versus state round 1 expected seat. You would have already possibly got your state round 1 seat too. That will give you 1 or 2 choices below that, whether it is okay. In that case, you can resign even before December 3rd. If you expect that everything will be over by 12th December. Or you can think whether my All India round 1 seat, will I get the same seat in All India round 2 if I resign now. Let us say I don't get a state seat, but I am 100% sure this All India round 1 seat will come back. Like we saw the Kasturba general surgery example. Definitely there are going to be vacancies. There are 5 seats in my open category. Kasturba had 7 seats, so it was easy. But if it is only 1 seat and possibly high competition, you are seeing that many candidates above you are looking for similar seats or in your state too, then it is a risk. If you both of these, any one of these is fine. You are 100% sure about a better state round 1 seat, or you will definitely get the All India round 1 seat in round 2, high chances. Then you can resign your All India round 1 seat and wait for state. Or you have a problem of not being able to join your state round 1 seat. But let us say your state results come on 10th December and your joining is till 15th December. Telangana, etc., in case they are delayed, they might do that. Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, they do that. Because they know that 12th December, your results, round 1 results are out. You have your state seats at least already on 10th December. If it extends beyond, the joining extends beyond 12th December or so, you may be able to resign this AR1 seat. MCC should put up the results resignation timeline. They will put up, possibly we are expecting on 13th, 14th. If they put up late, not sure what can happen, but if they put up saying 13th onwards, all India round 1 seat holders can resign. Or if you get upgraded on 12th December to a better seat, All India round 2 seat, you can go get your relieving letter immediately the next day from All India round 1 institute. In that cases, you can get your originals from round 1 institute and go on and join the state round 1 seat after the 12th of December, when the resignation or the relieving, even if you are upgraded to a better institute, you can get relieved from round 1 institute and go on to the state round 1 seat and then join the seat. So this is the scenario. Negative shift in KEA round 2 is not with respect to round 1. So you are asking why there will be a negative shift. Last year KEA round 2 had big movements because All India round 3 was almost, round 2 was over, all the state councillings were over, and KEA started round 2 very late, which means candidates were blocked there and they could not submit their certificates, correct, in KEA for getting a round 2 seat. So there was movement compared to 2023 round 2s, because everybody will participate in KEA. There is an expectation that there will be lesser. It might not be exactly like last year. Same with AP2. AP2 had management quota and all had huge shifts. That might not happen this year. You will fill your choices assuming everything will be possible, but have this factor in mind. KEA round 1 2024 GM seats are less in community medicine compared to 2023. This happens because of rostering. They might have a proper roster. Even if you go there, they will have an answer. Some courses it has been like that. We were surprised to see some of those courses in All India too. It is not necessarily, it is as per roster, and within the roster when they do it, that changes seem to happen. So how to give upgradation in TN management quota? Nothing to be done. No upgradation is required. Automatically you are eligible for upgradation. If it was there, we would have told you, right? So no upgradation needs to be given. At the institute, you can get your, there is no admission letter too. You can complete everything, then come back from the institute. Round 2, you can directly fill in your choices in Tamil Nadu. Permitted seats issue is resolved completely. Absolutely no issues. AP management quota fresh registration may not open again for round 2. They do not open usually unless there is a cutoff reduction. If there is a cutoff reduction, you keep looking at it. Will NRV converted to management in Tamil Nadu? Third round. AP management quota. Rank wise, we may not be able to analyze. Dr. Manoj please, this stray round versus round 3, look at the data. You have time till round 3. All India round 3 is when you need to decide, right? Till that point in time, keep looking at data, how quick, how far it will come to, etc. If you're looking at MD General Medicine, 7,200 is a far stretch, you should know that, but keep looking at closing ranks of every round. From Chhattisgarh, cutoff will be decreased. Cutoff decrease will not happen. See, there is a it will not happen unless there is a representation. Sorry for cutting it short. Unless there is a representation. Last year they did not do cutoff reduction till round 3. If you want cutoff reduction to happen, represent. Last year I think UDFA took it up strongly. There certain associations will take it up. Whether it is 0 or not, if you are looking at cutoff reduction, you need to represent. This does not impact many other candidates. We know that cutoff reduction. Possibly there are a lot of non-clinical seats in government which are taken, also private seats, yes, but cutoff reduction does not happen without a representation. NMC only in 2022 we are aware of a cutoff reduction which came automatically, but otherwise they will wait for everybody to represent, otherwise they will go with round 3. If you want cutoff reduction, please do represent now itself. A person with Mr. Frandels, a person has a state round 2 seat in hand, and if they got allotted in All India round 3 and did not join, they are blocking the seat, right? Yes, they are blocking the seat. This happens unfortunately, and if they get allotted in All India round 3, they should ideally join the seat. See, unfortunately, this is something that MCC is not covering. We don't detail it so much in any of our sessions too. We will cut this out too, basically, in our session, because the more you discuss and say that it is blocking, suggestion for you, everybody will come to know that they can do that, and MCC will not act. The more there is discussion on that, don't do that, that possibility will be available for everyone and random choice filling will happen. So we don't, in most of our sessions, we say All India round 3 joined or not eligible for state. We don't mention much about the rest of it. But blocking is a term that is subjective to. This decision taken before round 3 itself for some reason, then MCC might consider it blocking. You can actually intimate them. If somebody is blocking a seat for the stray round, then MCC might act on it if there is proper evidence. But if they are allotted and they don't join because they see other possibilities later, how MCC will react, or because they don't have any, they could have put in a rule but they did not. So that's something that is left to the individual. It also depends upon where you are, which position you are in, and at that point you will see that everybody will have the rules also, like every year. This rule is right or not. Right now you can question, but at that point in time, everybody, depending upon whether it will favor me or not, will possibly look at whether a rule is right or not. So that is the scenario. Most of the candidates will be like that, will be under that scenario of pressure, etc. So it is a very, very difficult phase to cross to. Deemed medical college for lower preferred clinicals, yes, there might be a shift. Wait for that. Confused between a take between INICET set. See, INI-CET we will run a session. Okay, INI-CET, whatever be the scenarios, you can take up, send us hundreds of queries, take up multiple scenarios. What this happens, if this happens, this happens. INI-CET schedule has to be out. Without that, nothing can be decided except for only one part. There is a place where you will get locked in All India. Which is that place? You know that. All India round 3, if I join, I am locked. All India round 2, if I am allotted and I don't join, no problem. Allotted, joined, and till the resignation deadline, I can resign. Till that date, you wait for the INI-CET results. Unless you are very concerned about the security deposit, because your seat will also go to All India round 3 candidate. So till state round 2 locking, you are getting locked in a state round 2. Beyond this, there is a penalty. Tamil Nadu, state round 2, I join. State round 3, if I get into that with that seat, there is a penalty, 15 lakhs plus tuition fee, forfeiture, extra. When that decision point comes in, that is when your INI-CET schedule is required for taking a decision. Till that, whatever be the scenarios that you look at, you can always get out of a state seat by paying a security deposit forfeiture. That seat will go on to round 3. Obviously, every state allows upgradation. So, almost all the states allow upgradation except 1 or 2. So, the candidates will benefit if you go to INI-CET. So, no issues at all. But from your end, wait for that blocking time. Basically, wait for the time when you get locked, which is All India round 3 joining, or state round 2 joining in some states, or state round 3 in some states. So that timeline is very, very crucial for All India round 3. We expect that it will be before state round 2. INICT has not been published. Usually last year I think they published the schedule from 28th I think of November they published the schedule. If we are right, if we are following that, we will let you know. We will run a session on that too, sir. No, UP you can directly fill in your choices for upgradation. Madhya Pradesh alone, willingness for upgradation is required. You have to log in and then provide willingness for upgradation. Please don't miss that out. Punjab, Haryana will also ask for willingness for upgradation, but you can, that is direct actually. You can, they will provide you, Punjab and Rajasthan will require a willingness. Haryana also you can check, I think. We have run it in the sessions. We have mentioned that in the round-wise rules. If there is a willingness, which we are aware of as of now, Madhya Pradesh has this rule where candidate after joining has to provide a willingness. Don't miss that out. Others directly, if there is anything specific, you can also connect with the, we will be giving you some inputs to our knowledge. You can also connect with the particular state authority on whether anything has changed this year, because we also go by last year's inputs. Any changes this year, if they don't notify and then make the change, then only the authority will know. So in case the institute misses telling you, then please go with the authority. So we will stop over here. If I resign from round 3, I will not be eligible. You will not be eligible for stray. If you resign from round 3, actually resignation from All India round 3 is not allowed at all. States 2 will not allow. Most of the states don't allow except for 1 or 2 allow resignation. If R2 seat resigned, will seat leaving penalty be there? Seat leaving penalty will not be there. Forfeiture of security deposit will be there if you resign R2 seat. Dr. Veera Balaji, if I resign from DNB seat in round 3, you cannot resign from DNB seat in round 3. Round 3 All India, you cannot resign. I am ready to pay penalty all 3 years course fee, you cannot resign. Last year some candidates might have joined state round 3, but that is against the rules. So don't plan for round 3 joining and resignation. That is not possible. All India round 3 joining and resignation. From Gujarat, can I participate in AAQ R2 after allotment and joining? Yeah. You can participate in Gujarat after All India round 2 allotment and joining. You can participate in Gujarat state round 2. Only thing is you have joined your All India round 2 seat. There will be a resignation deadline. So go with just check on that resignation deadline timeline. Before that, if Gujarat results are published, you can join the Gujarat state 2. State R2 eligible for All India round 3. Depends on the state what your penalty is. You are eligible for All India round 3. After All India round 2, so if I resign DNB round seat, DNB All India, Dr. Veera Balaji again, after getting DNB seat in round 2, All India, if you resign and join MDMS seat in state counselling, we have been mentioning that. See, last year and previous year, there was no notification or anything, but they always said that anybody who gets a different seat, they will be eligible for 1.25 lakhs refund. We know of candidates who have got seat in state councillings and got the 1.25 lakhs refund. That is why we have been mentioning that it is possible. This year too, in the notification, they have mentioned that anybody who upgrades to a different counselling in further rounds, they will be able to get a refund. They have not mentioned anything about All India, so we assume that you will be able to get a refund. Previous year candidates have got a refund. It was a long process, still worse than this, but they have got a refund even if they have taken All India state seat. Fine. So TN shift in further rounds, we expect that there will be a shift. Yeah, at least to compensate for whatever has happened earlier, there will be a shift. At the top ranks, we don't know. See, look at it this way. TN, somebody who was supposed to get a rank of 2,500 for an All India rank of 20,000. 20,000 was 2,500 last year. Now it has got 1,900. So if you take 1,900 as the base and then go ahead and say that there has been a negative shift, that might not be right, because 1,900 is, you have already moved from 2,500 expectation to 1,900 because service candidates are not there. But within 1,900, there are more number of non-service candidates this year. So that impact will be there, around 120. This is an actual number. What we are saying is 120 additional non-service candidates were there at 1,900 rank. This is an example that we took for a candidate. So this means 120 seats have been blocked by such candidates. This will open up in round 2. So the impact will not be huge. It will be split between All India 2. So just wait. Don't expect exactly like state round 2 of last year. because many candidates will also participate in state round 2 this year. Last year there was confusion on all India round 2 to state round 2. Slight negative shift is also expected compared to last year, but from where you stand now, from this place, round 1 Tamil Nadu closing ranks of 2024, there will be shift, definitely shift. That will definitely happen. Stay order of a few states may not affect. Data of joint candidates will be shared by DME. AEQ R2 to state R3 upgrade possible in Maharashtra. Dr. Shubham, no, not possible, because prior to that all India round 3 will happen before state round 3. After joining only Maharashtra will publish their results of AEQ round 2 to state round 3, right? Hope the question is right. So all India round 3 will happen. All India round 3 joint will be definitely removed from Maharashtra. All India round 3 allotted, we are not sure. Last year they did not remove. All India round 3 joint will definitely be removed. So joint candidates will be shared to MCC for weeding out. Seat processing of round 3 and stray vacancy. Does not mean state round 2 candidates cannot participate in all India round 3. No, it does not mean that. This rule was there last year itself, very wrongly mentioned. Weeding out of candidates of round 3 means weeding out of candidates of round 3 joined. Okay, so that will be used, and that will be used for stray round only, not in all India round 3. Nobody will be weeded out, everybody is eligible. So don't take it that way. Even if you look at the other rules of all India round 3, otherwise wherever it is put up, you can see that there is nothing mentioned regarding state round 2 joint being ineligible. State round 3 joint being ineligible will be very clearly mentioned in the stray round. That is your query. I hope I have answered your query. This rule existed last year exactly in the same way. Weeding out of round 3 is what was mentioned, but nobody was weeded out of round 3. This is a wrong thing. They put up a notification before round 3 to clarify that. That is also available in ZyNerd, saying that weeding out happens in stray round, not in round 3, and they did not remove. All India round 3, round 2 there will be a good shift, at least a decent shift compared to all India round 1. Round 2 to round 3, a minimal shift only. Usually what happens, not more than that. If a candidate gets, because everything gets settled down by this first round to second round onwards, minor shifts might happen. You can look at last year, that will be the trend. If a candidate got seat in state round 3, can he participate in the stray vacancy? No, once you are allotted in all India round 3, you are out of stray. Stray is very clear. You look at our videos, please. Our videos are very clear on this. We have a separate video on stray eligibility too. Just have a look at it, that will help you out on what is possible. Positive shift in AEQ, please wait. Yes, there will be a positive shift in AEQ, but compared to last year or not, we are not sure. Last year this closed here, this year will it close the same way? We are not sure, but we expect a definite positive shift from where round 1 ended. There will be slightly larger number of vacancies compared to last year is also what we expect. Hopefully if among these 4 states, some of them close earlier, at least before the all India round 1 results, all India round 2 results, if they close, all India round 2 choice filling, before if somebody gets a seat in state and they move, they will not fill choices for all India round 2, those choices that they have, that will create a slightly additional impact of the 4 states. So that is pretty much what we have. We will close it here. Thanks a lot for watching. In case you want to see this, view this, you can view this. In case you want to take it up with ZyNerd, take up the subscription in ZyNerd, this is a very useful data. Your subscription in ZyNerd is not regarding data only, but regarding decisions, rules, etc. You would know that by now. You can also leave us feedback either in Google or Play Store, anywhere, apps, etc. So we've got all feedbacks on OTP not being received, etc. If you have some positive feedback, you can give that on those too. We would suggest that you wait till the final rounds. After you are settled down, you get the seat, you give us feedback, because till that you can also evaluate us on whether we are doing right or good. Thanks a lot for watching.